Sheriff's office!
Sheriff's office! Is there anybody else here?
No, it's just us.
Sir.
Lay down.
I know.
Lay down, boy.
Baby, please.
This frantic woman is Cheryl Coe, who has just shot her husband after mistaking him for an intruder. But as the officers observe her, they begin to question whether her account is actually true.
Why are they all here?
No.
Why are they all here?
But her reaction isn't the only disturbing detail. As officers dig into her marriage, a darker truth begins to surface.
We live an alternative lifestyle. He didn't care what anybody thought about him. I did. And so I was more private about it than he was. And that's when it would kind of cause a problem.
It was all by text message. We never even saw each other.
On June 23, 2021, just after midnight in Noonan, Georgia, a panicked woman calls 911 for help, confessing she has shot her husband after mistaking him for an intruder. Within minutes, officers respond to the address. What they find next will shatter any expectation of a routine call.
Sheriff's office!
Sheriff's office!
We're here.
We're in the master bedroom.
All right.
Okay, the officer's here.
182.
James? Okay, bye.
Stop!
She told me to keep pressure on
Yes,
it,
keep
baby.
pressure on it.
Inside, officers encounter a disturbing scene. 48-year-old Luther Luke Lee Coe lies naked on the floor, struggling to breathe and critically injured, while his wife, 51-year-old Cheryl Coe, kneels beside him, pressing a blood-soaked towel beneath his right arm in a desperate attempt to slow the bleeding. He tries to sit up and speak, but quickly collapses again as the chaos inside the room continues.
No, it's just us.
Sir.
Lay down.
I know.
Lay down, boy.
Baby, please.
Put that, yeah, keep that on there. Keep that on there.
Come on, baby, come on, baby, you can do it. Keep breathing.
Moments later, the EMTs arrive and do their best to take control of the scene.
Keep breathing. You need to test tube in the right lung. The bullet slides in his lung.
Alright. Give me a chest seal.
No. He's having a hard time breathing already.
Tell me your ears.
It didn't go through and through. It went in. 9 millimeters over there.
I ain't worried about it. I just want to know what size hole.
Yep. Please stop. He's not breathing anymore. Baby, come on. Don't give up for me.
I'm gonna roll him over. All right, ma'am.
Let's get her out.
This way, ma'am.
Officers escort Cheryl outside. Not long after she leaves the room, Luke's condition suddenly deteriorates, and he soon slips into unconsciousness. But outside the room, Cheryl seems to be struggling to come to terms with reality.
Please go.
Hey, come out here. Okay, listen. You can do me a favor? You can just have a seat right here for me. Have a seat. These are good hands.
Cheryl is separated from the scene to allow investigators to secure her initial account. She begins describing what happened, offering the first version of how the events supposedly unfolded.
All right, ma'am, can you tell me what happened?
He was out in the shop. He'd been in the shop since I got home.
Okay.
I had 5 Angry Orchards sitting out on the back porch by myself.
Okay.
I went to bed. I took my medicine before I went to bed. He came in yelling, and I grabbed the gun off from the nightstand and started shooting because I was scared.
You're scared of him?
And no, I didn't know who it was.
Okay.
I didn't know who would come in. I just need somebody to come in the house yelling, we leave our doors open. He doesn't believe in locking doors.
And
You don't keep the store locked at all?
no, not at all. He said he doesn't believe in it, so I don't even know where the keys are. I don't even know if we have a key to the house.
Cheryl provides her account of events, but almost immediately, something in her story raises concerns. Something only one of the responding officers seems to catch at first.
So basically, she had about 5 or 6 beers sitting on the back porch. He's was out in the shop. She had taken her medicine and laid down. He came in yelling about something, and she scared her, so she grabbed the gun and shot. But that doesn't explain why he's nude, and it doesn't explain anything. That makes no sense to me.
As Cheryl is escorted outside, she continues her pleas to save Luke. But the officers have noticed the gaps in her account and are now questioning everything she tells them.
Why are they all out here?
I'm here with you. Hold on. Hey.
Come in with me.
No, we can't go in. We can't go in.
Why
We cannot go in. We can't go in, okay?
Oh God, please!
Why don't you just have a seat over here? Just have a seat.
Oh, please! Why are they all out here?
No. No.
Why are they all
Come on.
out here? Where is
You want a
he?
chair?
No! I just want to know what's going on with my husband!
I think you already know what's going on.
No, I don't!
Cheryl's frantic, almost overbearing behavior quickly raises red flags for the responding officers. But inside the bedroom, a grim reality begins to emerge. Despite aggressive life-saving efforts, EMTs are unable to stabilize Luke. His lungs have collapsed, and the blood loss is catastrophic. Tragically, Luke dies in his bedroom from a single gunshot to the chest. The scene transforms from an accidental shooting to a possible homicide investigation. Officers notify detectives, who arrive to find the home crowded with responding units. Outside, Cheryl lies on the front lawn, screaming as the real investigation now begins.
What's that?
Where is he?
Apparently,
Where is he?
they dealt with him last night, too.
Where's
He is-
Luke?
Yeah. Luke said.
Oh my God!
With Luke now dead, investigators return to the beginning, determined to uncover what truly happened before the gun was ever fired. But the truth, which will take them some time to unearth, is far more twisted than any of them realizes.
Just start with where were you before you saw him?
I came home from work.
Uh-huh.
He was out in the shop. His son was here. They were out working on his panhead.
And then what happened?
And I have not really talked since yesterday.
Are y'all fighting?
We had a disagreement.
Okay.
He came home while I was on the porch yesterday, took his bike and loaded off and went away. And he didn't come home till sometime after midnight. I don't know when.
Last night?
And I had my gun on the nightstand because I was here by myself. Both the kids have moved out, and I'm here by myself. And I don't even know if we have a key to these doors. He doesn't believe in locking doors. And
You don't keep the store locked at all?
no, not at all.
Investigators listen as her account circles around conflict and distance, but the details begin to feel calculated. Cheryl then again claims she stayed on the back porch for hours, drinking heavily while allegedly waiting for him to come inside, despite knowing he remained in the garage as his music was blasting. Then she begins describing the strange circumstances of the shooting that quickly leaves officers puzzled.
He was still out here. I fell asleep, and then I heard somebody come in the door yelling, and I just reached over on my nightstand and grabbed my gun because that was the only thing I needed to do. I shot twice, and I figured out it was him after I shot him, and he told me I had shot him.
Did you see him?
The bedroom door was closed. I had blackout curtains on the windows.
TV still on at that
The
point?
TV was still on, but I couldn't. All the doors were closed.
Was there anybody else here? At
No,
that time, are you sure there was nobody else
No.
besides the two
Where
of
was
you?
it was just the two of us. His son had left a while back. I heard his truck leave, but I was still out on the back porch, and he was still up in the shop.
Cheryl explains to investigators that she went to bed around 7 p.m. and was asleep by 7:15 as she tries to establish a timeline. But the details she gives next regarding the aftermath of the shooting immediately stand out.
I jumped up and went and tried to find where I had shot him, and I couldn't see anything. All I could see was blood.
Did you turn the light on?
I turned the light on. I lifted his arm, and that's where I saw it. And I called 911, and I grabbed towels, or grabbed a towel and started putting it on the hole, but it didn't see where it came out. And I was putting pressure on the hole while I was talking to 911, and she said if it got too wet to grab another towel. So I went ahead and grabbed another towel and came back.
What light did you turn on in the room?
The bedroom light.
The switch on the wall?
Uh-huh.
Did you turn that on before you knelt down and looked at him, or did you look at it first?
He was standing up.
He was still standing
He
up?
was standing up, and I ran and turned the light on when I realized it was him. And I was looking, trying to figure out where the blood was coming from. So,
Okay, and then
because I looked, and it wasn't coming from his chest or anywhere else. It was like it looked like it was coming from his arm.
To investigators, the explanation already feels unsettlingly convenient. Cheryl finishes describing what she says happened in the seconds after the shot. Investigators then shift their focus back to the earlier argument to examine the conflict that allegedly unfolded.
Cheryl, now, these are just questions that I need to ask you, okay? What specifically were you all, arguing about? Was it another female? Was he talking about maybe divorce? Are you talking about divorce? Or did any of that stuff come up?
No.
Okay. Nothing like that.
Investigators can sense there's more beneath the surface, so they wait, giving her an opportunity to confront the topic she's been avoiding.
We live an alternative lifestyle where we're with other couples, other individuals. Since I started menopause last summer or summer before last, and we finally got my hormones and everything straight, he suggested that we go into an open marriage.
So the argument was over one of y'all want to do that, one love you not, or one of the people that you're with, or what?
No, Monday I decided that since we went into an open marriage, not the lifestyle, but an open marriage, where he would see other people, I would see other people. Monday we got into an argument about it, and I said, let's just don't do this anymore. Ever since we started the open marriage, it's been an issue.
Finally, they have an answer for what could be behind all this, but the detectives push further, trying to zero in on what specific aspect of the open marriage had led to the tension between them.
Was he upset because you were with, I guess, men? Was he getting jealous? Is that, or was it the other way around?
No,
It was more about you want it to be more private.
correct.
Is that correct?
Right, and that's what we had addressed several times, and he was working on keeping his mouth shut and not sharing things. He would drink too much, and then he would talk about things. And he was supposed to be working on that. He would talk about, I would try to share just an everyday conversation with him. I'm sorry. I I would try to share just an everyday conversation with him, and then I would find out that he turned around and would say something to the person that I had told him I'd spoken to and share that conversation with him.
While it appears that Cheryl is angry about how Luke spoke about their marriage to others, the discussion takes a sharper turn as detectives begin examining Cheryl's private conversations.
Everything was okay Monday night. He sent a message to the women that he was talking to, the friends of ours that he was talking to, and told them that we decided that that wasn't a good idea. On Tuesday morning, we talked about it some more, and we decided we would try it again. So I sent a message to the two women that he had sent a message to, apologizing to them and telling them that it was just me overreacting and that everything was okay. And then later that day, I got a message from a friend of mine that he was interested in, telling me that he had texted her and told her about mine and her conversation the day before, because I sent her a message and told her it had absolutely nothing to do with her. It was about us and where we needed to be and us getting where we needed to be. And then she sent me a message and told me that he had texted her and told her that I told her about mine and her conversation on Tuesday or Monday.
Cheryl's messages to the women Luke had been seeing quickly draws the investigators' attention. Just 30 minutes before Luke is shot, she was messaging another man and making plans to meet the next day. As detectives dig into Luke's past, a clearer picture emerges. In 2015, he ended a 20-year marriage. A year later, he married Cheryl, fresh from her own long-term relationship. They marry quickly and settle in Coweta County, Georgia. With investigators growing more and more suspicious towards her, Cheryl is escorted to the interrogation room. And soon, investigators will uncover the truth behind the unanswered questions and expose the true killer hiding behind her act of a panicked wife. After bringing Cheryl to the station, investigators leave her in an interrogation room for hours, where she even lies down on the floor and falls asleep. Officers eventually return, wake her, and begin revisiting her statement. From that moment on, her narrative shifts, marking a turning point in the investigation.
I mean, he just slammed the door open. I heard thunderous footsteps and then the bedroom door slam open.
Okay. So you're saying that he didn't make a sound, didn't say anything, the door just slung open, and at that point, you reached for your gun?
That's all at that point I reached for the gun.
Okay. And then you said you fired 2 shots.
I'm obviously not a good aim because I fired once and it hit the ceiling or somewhere. I couldn't even see where it even hit.
Okay. And then the second shot is when?
And I fired the second shot to what I thought was the right of whoever. I thought I'd be hitting the TV more than anything else because I was trying to get attention out there more than anything so that he could come in and take care of it, because I'm not that good of a shot. And I didn't even until he said, "Cheryl, you shot me."
In her second version of events, Cheryl reframes the shots as warning rounds, claiming she fired them so Luke could hear and come inside to help her. Investigators immediately recognize the contradiction. Her statement seems designed to justify the gunfire. But investigators are onto her, and they now begin comparing her explanation against the physical layout of her home.
Someone opening the door, and when you first spoke to Detective Wade, sort of flung the door open and was yelling. And so you got that beautiful home with all those windows, and it's still light outside. And so you had blackout curtains in your bedroom. The light from all of those windows would have shown through your bedroom window. So then that, coupled with the television being there, a person would recognize that their husband of 4 years and the partner of 6, especially if they're speaking, yelling, angry. And earlier you said you fired these 2 shots at this figure, hoping that he would hear you, and come help you in the home. But you also described... Yes, ma'am, but you said that you fired these shots so that he could hear you out in the shop where he was playing music so loud. And you just described going into the bedroom to a place where you didn't hear the music anymore. And so I'm having trouble making sense of how both you say you couldn't recognize even the silhouette of your husband.
Detectives measure her words against the scene, and her version of events starts to feel increasingly fragile. Then they turn to the timeline, and the gaps in her story begin to surface.
Then let me ask you this, because you said you went to bed at 7:15, correct?
Sometime around that.
Okay. And you called 911 at 7:26, correct? That's what the call screen says, that you called 911, okay? So that means that you were asleep for approximately 11 minutes. Okay?
If you fell asleep immediately.
If you fell asleep immediately. So 7:15 to 7:26, that's 11 minutes for someone to fall asleep so hardly that they don't know what's going on, or, the door's, slung open, and the first thing that you do is reach for your gun and fire off 2 rounds. So
I had had too much to drink.
Okay. So when I talked to you previously, you stated that somebody slung that door open and they were shouting and screaming. And remember, I asked you, you didn't recognize if it was your husband's voice or not. And what did you say? Do you remember what you said to me?
At this point, no, I don't.
Okay. You had said that you were too dazed, and didn't really know who was screaming and yelling, or what they were saying. So now you're telling us that somebody slung open the door and didn't say anything until you fired the second shot, and then he said, "You shot me," and then you realized that it was your husband.
The difference between her 2 versions is clear, and she is left with nowhere to hide. Cheryl appears to be folding under pressure. Investigators spot an opportunity to ramp up the pressure and begin confronting her about how exactly she was dressed that night. The sequence she describes collapses under scrutiny. The timing of the shots, the immediacy of the emergency call, and the physical act of clothing herself cannot coexist in the narrow window she outlines. And just as the tension peaks, the interview pivots, spiraling into a revelation no one saw coming. Cheryl presents yet another version, portraying Luke as the aggressor and framing the second shot as self-defense. But investigators have already identified a flaw in her story. The pressure intensifies, and the interrogation pushes toward its breaking point.
I was just trying to hit the wall behind the TV so that it would scare him off or make him leave. He's my best friend. He's all I have. I can't do this without him. And I never meant to do that. Ever meant to do that.
Despite her tears, the investigators remain unconvinced. Within hours, even before the interrogation ends, the evidence points in one clear direction, leaving them with no doubt about who was responsible. Forensic testing of Luke's wound reveals telltale compression marks. The gun was pressed against his skin, pulled away, then pressed again, and the shot came from less than 6 inches away. With the evidence aligned, investigators see the truth. Cheryl isn't the frightened victim in this story. She intentionally pulled the trigger. Cheryl Howell Coe was arrested on June 24, 2021 in Coweta County, Georgia, just one day after she fatally shoots her husband. In the days and weeks after Cheryl is arrested, detectives continue to build the case by subpoenaing phone records and combing through social media. The digital trail reveals troubling details. While reviewing her online activity, investigators also discover a Facebook post she made the day before the shooting, adding another layer to the case already built against her. Cheryl's first trial in February 2025 ends in a mistrial after the jury fails to reach a unanimous decision. Months later, a second trial begins on August 11, 2025, and this time, the outcome is final. On August 18, 2025, Cheryl Coe is found guilty of malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault with a firearm. She is sentenced the same day to life in prison without the possibility of parole. While this volatile dispute reaches a devastating end, the forensic evidence speaks louder than any excuse, ensuring accountability for the life lost. But a new mystery begins in our next case, where a frantic 911 call leads officers to a bloody double homicide inside a quiet suburban home. With multiple survivors pointing fingers at one another, investigators face a twisted puzzle where everyone appears guilty and the real killer hides behind a mask of innocence.
Hi, sir. My name is Gina. I'm one of the doctors here. Your wife has died.
This is 38-year-old Brandon Banfield, realizing that his wife is gone, brutally attacked by an intruder right in front of him. However, the family's au pair, 22-year-old Juliana Perez Malyaesh, has a disturbing secret about Brandon.
Was straight to voicemail, so I couldn't talk to her. Then I called Brendan, and Brendan said, "Police dropped the knife, because he had a knife."
Were you hit with anything? A knife, anything?
No, I took the knife. I took the knife from him.
But this case is far from what it seems, and by the time investigators narrow down the real killer, they have already made their smartest move.
She was just telling him, "Let me go, I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna bleed to death."
It all begins on February 24th, 2023 at 7:47 a.m. when a 911 call comes from the Banfield family home on Stablebrook Way in Herndon, Virginia. But instead of words, dispatchers hear only faint moaning before the line goes silent. Concerned, they attempt to call back, but there's no response. Then at 8:02 a.m., the phone rings again. This time, a panicked au pair speaks, and within seconds, the situation takes a far darker turn.
911, where's your emergency?
I need help. There is my friend. She just was stuck in the knife now. She's bleeding a lot. I don't know what to do anymore.
Okay, where are you located? What's your address?
Oh my God.
Take a deep breath for me. Just let me know your address.
It's 113.
Okay, 13. Take a deep breath for me. You're on Stablebrook Way? Are you on Stablebrook Way?
Yes.
What's your house number?
It's
As the dispatcher struggles to make sense of the woman's panic, her words tumbling over each other, the phone is suddenly taken from her. The homeowner, 38-year-old Brendan Banfield, comes on the line, and what he says begins to reveal the horror unfolding inside the house.
Is there somebody else there that can give me the address?
13230 Stablebrook Way.
Okay. And what's your name and what's going on?
My name is Brendan Banfield. I'm a federal agent. This is my house. There's somebody here. I shot him. But he stabbed her. She's bleeding. She's got several marks on her neck. What do I do? What do I do?
Okay. So what I need you to do is apply direct pressure directly to where she's bleeding from, okay? And if it becomes soaked, just add more cloth to it. It's already there. Can you tell me how her breathing is?
She's heart's still beating. She's
Okay.
still breathing.
Okay. Just keep applying pressure to where she's bleeding from and just put her on her side, okay? Okay. So the person that you shot, where is he?
I don't know. I don't know him.
Okay, where is he though?
He's here. She's on the ground. She's got a very big hole in her neck.
Where's the person that's bleeding? Where are they in the house?
They're upstairs.
Okay.
In the bedroom.
Okay, and where is the person that was shot? Are they also in the house downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, in the bedroom too.
Don't know the individual that was shot.
No, I don't know.
And sir, where are you? Are you taking care of the person upstairs?
I'm trying.
I'm trying, but it's too long.
With that frantic call, Fairfax County Police rush to the scene, unaware that the home they're about to enter holds something far more sinister than they expect.
Hey, Paul. Or Jose. You got that. You got that. I need you to watch out, Matt.
Hey. There's a dog back there. So somebody's outside. Someone's outside in the back?
In the back?
There's a dog in the back there.
Anyone else outside? Huh? Who else is outside?
Nobody's outside.
Anybody over here?
My room. And here.
Here, man, stay here, stay here, stay here. Man.
Hey.
Stay right here.
Who is the shooter?
Who shot who?
Brendan, he's an officer.
I got a blowout kit if you need it.
Bring it up.
Is there anyone else in the house? Any kids in the house?
Hey, help
Ma'am,
me.
can you come down with me?
Anybody else have a blowout kit? She's breathing. She's got a lot of stab wounds. I think Drax is sitting out.
Inside, police discovered the alleged intruder, 39-year-old Joseph Ryan, shot dead near the front area of the house. To officers, the scene appears to be a burglary attempt that ended terribly wrong. But soon they'll realize it was just their mistake. Upstairs, they find the caller herself, 22-year-old Juliana Perez Maliaesh. Shaken, she claims that Brendan, an IRS officer, shot Joseph, and the details she shares next makes the situation even more alarming for the officers.
We're getting the ambulance here now.
My host kid is downstairs.
Okay.
I'm in here.
How old's your host kid?
She's 4.5.
4.5? Where is she?
I need to talk to her.
Her, and we'll go outside.
I'm gonna get her.
Where do we look?
She's grabbing their 4-year-old. We're gonna go outside.
Okay.
She's please.
It's okay. Yeah.
She's just 4.5.
I know this is hard. Let's get her outside, and then I need to get some information from you. Hey, I'm Officer Bell. Nice to meet you. Do you want to go outside with us?
We need to go outside, okay?
Let's go.
Okay, so you're with him. Okay.
All right, let's get outside, okay?
As one team moves to safely evacuate Juliana and Banfield's daughter, another team reaches the bedroom upstairs to check on the severely injured, unconscious 37-year-old Christine Banfield and her shattered husband, Brendan, only to witness the full weight of his despair and the severity of the scene.
So she's PAA was really so she's going to go up to obviously that's going to be he's obviously going to Hey, can you check him out? Yeah, I got more units here. We'll check him out.
He's starting to break down.
Stay with Sergeant. I'll just walk through, okay?
What did you say the other say? Okay. We're gonna have to get him out of here.
Yeah, I know.
Can you give him a second? Don't touch anything else.
I'm not. Let me change my gloves out. We can get him out of here. The knife's there. Guns are on the bed. I got you.
We're gonna take him and stick him in a freezer.
Yeah, I gotta hook him up, guys. Having a breakdown?
Yeah. Just give him a second.
I gotta put him on the monitor.
Yeah, go for it.
Is she okay? So the fire department, they take over at this point?
We're kind of just here. So again, they're down there. What I want to do is get
just
you
watch what
upstairs,
you're
get you
kicking,
outside,
please.
get active. All right. Does that work?
I know what you got to do. I'm just.
If you can't walk, we can wait a minute. You need a minute?
I think. Yeah, just getting you some fresh air right now, I think will help, okay? So if we can get you outside.
You got gloves on? Yeah. Can you help him? Just be with him?
Yep.
Inside, officers discover Christine lying motionless in a pool of blood with multiple deep stab wounds carved into her neck. And beside her is Brendan, utterly broken, sobbing over his beloved wife as his world appears to have fallen apart in an instant. Shaken by the brutality of the scene, officers rush Christine to the hospital. They also pull Brendan away to safety, but as they move outside, he breaks completely, grief and panic consuming him with every passing second.
What's wrong with your right leg, sir? I don't know, maybe just nervous. Okay.
I'm going to be calling medics 436 to Reston Hospital.
Have to sit here, okay? Right there. As high as crease as you can. Yeah. Is anything bothering you right now?
I feel unsteady.
Okay. Were you hit with anything? A knife? Anything?
No, I took the knife. I took the knife from him.
Okay. All right.
Anything hurting you at all, man? They're trying to find out so we can make sure we get you help too.
Doors pulling out of here. You guys.
We're gonna need his
What? No, you're good. You're good. Put your hands down.
That's fine.
If not,
You're not gonna be able to have it in the hospital anyway.
fine. Yeah, let me have the microphone.
I have cuffs. Okay. What department are you with?
Department of Treasury, Internal Revenue Services.
Okay. It's okay. Those can stay for right now. That's fine.
Brendan is sent to the hospital with Christine, while back at the house, the other team questions Juliana, desperate to piece together how this nightmare of a crime unfolded.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
What's going on this morning?
I was on him. I was going out.
It's okay. Take a breath. It's okay. Take a minute, okay?
I need some water. I'm sorry, English is almost percent.
Oh, you're fine.
I was going out with her daughter.
Okay, yep, she's sitting on there.
And then I forgot our lunch to bring it. And I was coming back to the house to get the lunch.
Okay.
Yes. Then I saw this car, a strange car. And I called her, why the car is here? I don't know who it is, but it was straight to voicemail, so I couldn't talk to her. And then I called Brendan, her husband.
Okay.
And then he said, wait for me, I'll go there. And don't go inside. And then he came back here. And we went inside. And then we went upstairs first, and then I went to see what's going on. And I heard the guy was, I don't know what he was doing. He was spanking her, I don't know.
He was what?
He's spanking her. And I heard, I don't know, what was that? And Brendan said, police dropped the knife, because he had a knife. And then he said, drop the gun to Brendan. They were yelling, I couldn't understand. They were super fast.
Okay.
Juliana, struggling to speak, says Joseph, a stranger, ran inside and attacked Christine with a knife. But when the officer presses for more clarity, her panic intensifies. Is she simply traumatized by the horrific attack? Or is there another reason she doesn't want to keep talking? Whatever the cause, the interview quickly descends into chaos.
I don't want to grow up. I'm anxious.
It's okay.
It was a lot of blood. And we're seeing that.
It's okay. I know it's traumatizing. You're okay. Take a minute.
dizzy.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just.
Okay. It's okay. It's the blood rush. It's the adrenaline. She's okay. She's with one of my
She
officers.
doesn't deserve that.
No, she doesn't. Neither do you.
No.
Okay. Let's take a nice deep breath. Okay, go. And out.
Can I say?
You want to go see? I'll take you to her. I'll take you to her.
I'm just worried.
Okay. She's okay.
Overwhelmed and trembling, Juliana asked to see Christine's daughter. Seeing she's in no state to speak, the officers quietly honor her request.
Okay, you're okay. You're safe here.
Okay.
You're okay. You're okay. You're safe here. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. I got your. Go ahead, give her a big hug, okay?
So New York today, tonight. Wow.
I didn't want. That's why I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, she's a big girl.
She is.
But you guys can sit together, okay?
Go there.
We'll leave a door open for you, Beth. I know you're going through a lot right now. It's going to be okay. All right. Okay. You guys are going to be okay, I promise. All right. The place you're going is very safe. All right. You can relax in a comfy chair. Close your eyes for a minute if you want. Okay.
Brendan's on the airway.
Juliana and the child are taken to headquarters while Brendan is brought to the hospital. The officers think the worst is over, but they don't yet know that another heartbreaking update is about to come from inside those hospital walls.
What is the nature of the incident?
Check what?
The status of his wife, ma'am.
Hi, sir. My name is Gina. I'm one of the doctors here. Your wife has died. So sorry. So is there any part that I can help? I can explain what happened when she arrived here, but you were there and it sounds like there was a lot of blood loss.
Yes.
And so I think that she died of blood loss. Her airway was actually okay. I'll call the medical examiner, of course, and we'll do an autopsy and make sure we know for certain. But
I was trying to apply pressure.
yeah. I mean, those were enormous wounds, and it's not.
There were so many.
Yes, and the neck is not compressible, so it's not possible really to stop all the blood loss. And her airway seems like was in the midline okay. She was able to be intubated. Everything that was possible to be done was done for her right away. You did a wonderful, you did everything that was possible. It's not a survivable injury.
As Christine passes away, officers focus on calming Brendan, holding off on any questions in the wake of the tragedy. But back at the crime scene, another team quietly begins scrutinizing Juliana's version of events. And it doesn't take long for them to notice that something about her story doesn't quite add up.
She went for a walk and she came in. She said they went upstairs and someone was slapping someone else or slapping someone else. And then the person. Sorry, you're good. Hey, y'all. The person was hitting the wife. And the husband was put the knife down, put the gun down, and going back and forth. And the guy with the gun shot the other.
So there's a third party. So
that sounded like a third party.
Assuming there was a couple.
Yeah, so it's
husband and wife,
and the child that was.
And a third person.
Yeah. So there's a third party.
So the third person was shot.
I guess. I didn't really get the full story. She's very upset. She can't really give me much right now.
So we had everybody right now.
Next, as officers examine the scene piece by piece, something feels off. Subtle inconsistencies begin surfacing in Juliana's account. There are no signs of forced entry, casting doubt on the claim of a sudden intrusion. Even more disturbing, the blood splatter suggests Christine was stabbed after Ryan was shot, a sequence that raises serious questions about what truly happened inside those walls. Suddenly, the version of events officers were given no longer seems so clear, and investigators begin to wonder if they're dealing with something far more complicated than a random attack. But without definitive proof, officers have no choice but to let Brendan and Juliana go. For now, they remain free, but that won't last forever. As the investigation moves forward, detectives continue digging for answers, all while keeping a close eye on both Brendan and Juliana. Soon, the officers' doubts begin to unravel into something far more darker. For 8 months, officers quietly keep an eye on Juliana and Brendan until disturbing evidence finally surfaces. Photos on social media reveal their secret affair, and even more damning, Juliana's fingerprint is found on the handgun, directly proving Brendan didn't act alone. Adding to this, when Christine's autopsy report arrives, it tells a chillingly different story. She has both stab and gunshot wounds, leaving officers reeling. If Joseph only stabbed her, then who really fired the shots? Already puzzled by the inconsistencies, officers then dig into Joseph's online activity and discover he'd been messaging a FetLife account posing as Christine. And when cyber forensics trace the account back to its source, it leads them somewhere completely unexpected. Brendan. Here, the case takes a chilling turn. Officers uncover a sinister plot. Brendan created a fake profile using Christine's photos, posed as her in explicit chats, and invited Joseph to the house. With further investigation, officers also learn that Brendan, who said he was an IRS officer, is actually an IT professional, a lie he allegedly crafted to avoid scrutiny over the firearm. With mounting evidence in hand, detectives bring Juliana in for questioning, eager to hear how she explains the damning evidence closing in around her. But when confronted, her words don't clarify the case. They turn it upside down, leaving every officer stunned.
We're going to divorce her. He explained that he was thinking about finding a way to just get rid of her.
After some brief questioning, Juliana breaks, exposing the darkest plot officers have ever heard. She and Brendan had been having an affair since August 2022, and together they devised a plan to get rid of Christine without facing the financial and custody consequences of a divorce. But this confession is only the beginning. What she reveals next exposes just how meticulously they set the trap.
What was his plan? How did he describe what his plan was?
You mean
the description of what his plan was? This is going to happen, then that's going to happen, or what specifically did he tell you?
Oh, he described like I said before, but I'll try to get into more details. That he described what happened in that day, and then that's when Brenda had instructed me before. As soon as I see Joel's car, for me to call him like right away, and that's what I did. He just did like this to me, wait, and then I stopped, and then we were both just listening to that sound. That was the real sound we were listening to.
What did it sound like?
For me, I mean, slapping. She was like, oh, like, why'd you do this? Call 911. And I said, Juliana, specifically, Juliana, call 911. Yeah.
What did you hear her saying to Brendan as he was stabbing her in the neck?
He was stabbing her and then she was just telling him, let me go, I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna bleed to death. She was just, leave me here, let me die. And then he was telling her, I can't.
Juliana adds that around the time of the murders, Brendan stopped at McDonald's to create an alibi, a detail later supported by surveillance footage and transaction records, reinforcing the calculated timeline. Revealing more of the deadly plan, Juliana says that when she saw Joseph's car arrive, she immediately called Brendan and left the child in the basement. Brendan then entered the bedroom, pretending to be a police officer, and shot Ryan in the head before stabbing Christine. When Ryan showed signs of movement, Juliana fired at him again, her confession underscoring the ruthless intent behind every move.
We told other people before that it was kind of part of the game. She would just get kind of freaked out and try to resist. She was just telling him, let me go, I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna bleed to death.
Investigators also learned that weeks before the murders, Brendan took Juliana to a shooting range and trained her to use the gun. a detail suggesting she had been deliberately prepared for the role she later played in the deadly plot. Following these shocking revelations, police swiftly arrest Juliana, charging her with second-degree murder and firearm offenses. Brendan is also taken into custody, facing first-degree murder, malicious wounding, and firearm charges. After months of intense legal proceedings, in 2024, Juliana strikes a plea deal, admitting to involuntary manslaughter in Joseph's death and agreeing to testify against Brendan. In February 2026, she was sentenced to the maximum of 10 years. Early in 2026, the jury finds Brendan guilty of aggravated murder for both Joseph and Christine, giving him a mandatory life sentence with formal sentencing set for May 8, 2026. Even though the dark truth behind this tragedy has finally come to light, it leaves a family completely shattered. But a new mystery begins in our next case, where a frantic 911 call leads officers to a bloody double homicide inside a quiet suburban home. With multiple survivors pointing fingers at one another, investigators face a twisted puzzle where everyone appears guilty and the real killer hides behind a mask of innocence.
He was walking back towards our house with blood on his shirt, and I didn't see Sherry then, but I said, Jim, what's happened? And he said, I just killed my wife. I couldn't take it anymore.
This woman is horrified after witnessing her friend's husband confess to a chilling crime. But though things appear straightforward, the husband's confession is only the beginning of the disturbing truths investigators will uncover.
I mean, what happened here?
Can you just log on the ticket? I don't have my body
She
cam.
started yelling at me, and we were arguing. And she tried to scratch me, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I just lost.
Okay, and what happened after that?
I cut her throat with a knife.
On the morning of September 2nd, 2025, a 911 call comes in to Pekin Police Dispatch, one that is about to uncover one of the most tragic cases the town has ever seen.
Ambulance and the police.
Okay, what's going on with them?
I don't know what happened. It's a long driveway. They're in my driveway.
What is he doing?
He's now walking around outside the car, and there's blood everywhere.
Officers respond to the scene, and just moments after their arrival, they come face to face with 93-year-old James Pate. But the matter-of-fact manner in which he speaks to them does not match his horrific actions.
Hi, I'm Officer Moulton. Just so you know, I got a body cam. What's going on?
I just killed my wife.
What do you mean you just killed your wife?
Before officers can even begin to read the scene, they're met with a deadly confession. But James is not trying to hide any information, something the officers are not used to.
Can you come up here for me? Do you live back here?
I live at on 14th Street, and I can't think of the name of the...
Do you live here?
No. The lady that walked down here with me does.
Okay. So who is that lady?
I can't think clearly.
Why do you have blood all over you?
James's cold, detached demeanor suggests that he either has a complete lack of remorse or no understanding of the gravity of his actions. As some officers try to make sense of his behavior, another heads toward the victim, accompanied by the woman James identifies as the homeowner whose property is now a crime scene, and they are soon confronted with a horrifying sight.
She is staying with me. That's her husband.
Okay, so you know them?
I do know them.
Okay.
And Mom broke the table. I don't think she
Okay. Ma'am, can you hear me? Ma'am? Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Can you hear me?
We need to find that guy.
She's agonal breathing. She's like, barely.
I need the board, please.
80-year-old Cheryl Pate is found lying in a pool of blood, with her life hanging by a thread as officers act quickly to get her to the hospital.
I can hold it closed.
He's got like a faint cold.
Okay.
I need that shirt off.
While the paramedics tend to Cheryl, one of the officers turns his attention to the woman at the scene, hoping she can explain what really happened.
She's just a friend.
Was she leaving your house?
They were both leaving together.
They were leaving your house together?
Together. And they got this far, and I don't know what happened. He said, I just couldn't take it anymore. Dad.
He said, I couldn't take it anymore and stabbed her. Okay. And my body cam's on. Okay. And so he calls you. Can I see that phone call?
No, he didn't call me. That's my car right there. I'm taking the dog for a walk.
You just happened to come down here.
Just happened to come down here, and I'm like, holy crap, what happened?
Okay. And was he in the, when you came down here, what did you see?
She was walking back to her house.
She was walking, and when you saw her, was this where she was at?
She was, yes.
Okay. She was already on the ground?
Already on the ground. Non-responsive.
Okay. And he was walking back up to you?
Yes.
And he said to you?
I killed my wife.
James' confession hints at deeper trouble in their relationship. As officers piece together the scene, they ask the woman whether she saw James carrying any weapon.
Did he have a weapon in his hand?
No, he did not, and I looked in the car.
Okay. I'm going to have you stay out of the car, okay? What were they like leaving your house?
I didn't see him. He honked, and she was on the porch with me. She said, I'll see you when I get back, and I said, okay. And then that's all I knew. So then I was going to take my dog for the walk, and I came up, and he said, I did it. I killed him. I don't have my body cam. I'm like, what? Okay.
Okay, and you're the one who called 911, correct?
Yes.
While Cheryl is rushed to the hospital, another officer joins the conversation.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I know Jim.
What's his name?
Jim Pate.
Okay, is he married to her? Let's step
yes,
over
they're
here.
in the process of a divorce. Okay.
I can, yep. So they came. I'll just ask you some similar questions about what's here for this county.
All right.
Okay, and you live here?
That's done.
And they came over this morning?
She's staying with me. She's been here for a week.
I see. Okay.
He came over this morning. They were going down to the bank to settle some claims in pursuant of the divorce.
So was she expecting him to come over this morning?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And he honked. I was on the deck with her. She said, I'll see you after the thing. Okay. And so I thought everything was fine. I was just going to take my dog for a walk.
Is this their red Toyota here?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's still running, and it's going to be a thing. Her vehicle's the one behind it.
Yeah.
Did you speak to him at all?
Yes, he was walking back towards our house with blood on his shirt, and I didn't see Sherry then, but I said, Jim, what's happened? And he said, I just killed my wife. I couldn't take it anymore.
Was anybody with you when he said that, or?
No,
okay.
My dog. He doesn't speak.
Okay. Got you. And that's your car behind her
yes,
now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
Uh-huh.
All right.
And what's your name?
Info. Justin.
Justin.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm a detective here.
Yes,
So
I got
thank you for that information. Give me one moment to talk to this officer.
Of course.
Deep breaths.
Oh. You see things on TV, but it's not like when you're really here. Mm-hmm. I never in my wildest dreams would have. I've heard their phone calls. They've been very civil. I don't know what happened.
As one officer stays with the woman, the other walks back to James, who is about to reveal how the situation spiraled out of control.
Can I pat you down real quick and make sure you don't have any... Do you have a knife on you still? No, don't touch anything. Do you have a knife on you still?
No, I don't.
Okay. Where's the knife at? Just keep your arms up for me, okay?
I'm not
You
sure.
got blood all over you? I don't want to get it all over me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What's in this pocket? I'll get it.
Oh.
But what's in there?
I think a phone, I can't remember.
520 to San Luis. Good.
So were you driving the car?
Yes.
Okay. So you drove down here today?
Yes, I was coming to pick her up.
Okay. So how did it escalate to where we are right now?
It's always been escalated, it seems like.
Okay.
5.
But, I mean, what happened here?
Can you just log on the ticket? I don't have my body
She
cam.
started yelling at me and we were arguing and she tried to scratch me, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I just lost.
Okay, and what happened after that?
I cut her throat with a knife.
Okay.
That I had in the car.
Okay.
Without flinching, James lays out exactly how he killed Cheryl, but that is not all he'll spill before he's taken away.
Yes, we were going to sift you to...
Anybody still at the PD and coming
divide
out
up
here?
some
Can you bring
money.
some crime scene logs?
So you guys got into an argument as you were leaving, and she tried to scratch you?
Well, yes.
I have not. I'll be honest.
She didn't scratch you?
She tried to.
Okay.
I held her arms.
Okay. And then you grabbed the knife that was in the car
I did.
and you cut her throat?
I hit her first. Then I got to the knife.
Okay. Can I ask why it escalated so quickly? Like,
It's been going on, ma'am, for longer than I can remember.
okay. So how long have you been going through the divorce process?
We actually are just beginning the divorce process.
Okay.
Tuesday, I don't want to contact I. 1042, bud.
I'm just confirming the address that we're at is 1806 South 14.
That is what we were provided, yes.
All right, James, go ahead and have a seat for me.
It might be easier if you put your butt down first and then kind of slide in.
Are you following an ambulance? Yeah, they're going on.
I'm gonna pull this down and buckle it, okay?
I don't know, I'll be around for it.
And you just sit tight. Officer Zimmerman's gonna take you down to the police department and I'll meet you there, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Page, just so you know, everything in here is being recorded, I have to tell you.
Okay.
With James taken to the station for further questioning, officers return to the scene to Cheryl's friend as she recounts the events again. But this time, she says something she doesn't realize is important, but might be the key to understanding James's true motive.
Did he just move into Hollywood? Do you know any of those details?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we're friends for years.
Okay.
He moved in, I'd say 6 months ago. And she has been in the hospital because she broke her pelvis. So when she came back, she did not want to live in Hollywood. So that's been the ongoing issue. She was just about to go into Pekin Estates.
Okay.
And she was working all that out. And they were going down to the bank to divide up their money. They just sold their house. But I've heard their conversations on the phone. So I never, ever suspected.
What she reveals sounds like a minor background detail, but the financial split could be the very reason Cheryl was killed. The officers now need to know more about the issues the couple were having.
Have they had issues? Have they been having issues?
Oh, yes.
Like,
Oh, yes.
Has it ever been physical before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
They lived over on Country Club on, yeah, they just sold the house.
Okay.
I can't remember the street. Anyway, they just sold it about a month ago.
Okay. So they made the choice to move into Hollybrook?
He did.
He did. Okay. And they were gonna split up?
He thought she would come and live with him. She did not want to live in Hollybrook. So she decided to move on her own, and that's when the whole divorce thing came up. However, he is 94.
Okay. He's never had like dementia, Alzheimer's, anything that you're aware of?
No, probably some dementia, age-related dementia, I would say.
Okay.
Cheryl's friend later reveals that James had reportedly hit her just a week earlier, prompting Cheryl to move out and stay with her. To dig deeper into how it all unfolded, a few officers made their way to the residence, where the friend's husband is the one now speaking to them.
Go to the bank and separate the money.
Yeah, so Jim came, they're going through divorce. Jim came here to get Sherry to go to the bank to split up their assets. Okay. And everything is fine. You didn't hear any arguing here?
No, I didn't. I see inside, I didn't come out.
True, okay, yeah.
So they never went in the house?
Jim never went in.
Sherry
came out. Yeah. He honked. She got in and they left. Okay. So, you mind if we look around, like where she was standing? Where is she waiting for him at?
On the back deck.
Okay.
So then how did your wife stumble upon them up there?
You took them out, you stayed the James Field to take a walk.
Oh, okay, so she just crossed them?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so she came out, he honked, she comes out.
So she's on the back deck.
She's on the back deck? Okay. Oh, it sounds like whatever happened in the car or at some point. Okay. Thanks for letting us walk. We might be back down to talk to you.
I'll be here. I know
Okay.
they were.
All right.
As they finish speaking with him, the team gathers to evaluate their next move.
While he's cool, we're going to take him to headquarters, collect a photograph. He's in custody.
That's something for you.
Pictures of him, all of his clothes. Yep. At this moment, I think she's still alive. She's not pronounced. I've got a crime scene back here with the car, and then I need to talk with Butler because I don't know if it happened in the car or outside of the car. I don't know where the knife is yet. The knife?
Yeah, knife was blasted.
My preference would be to, I'm sure he might even apply more consent, but my preference would just be to go get a search warrant really quick.
Transport to one detained male.
So if one of you guys can maybe rip that out real quick, just with those basic facts, that can be not a problem. Just give me the plate. Yeah.
Dispatch has it.
Yeah.
Item 1, crime scene's been notified.
So, yeah, Miranda, obviously, all the photos, but I would like full body pictures of front, back, and side before we undress him and all that kind of stuff. I have all kinds of jail garb and stuff in my big cubicle thing that we can give him to wear afterwards.
So he basically said, we don't know if it happened in the car, but he said the knife was still in the car.
He said the knife was still in the car.
Based on James's admission that the knife was inside the car, officers waste no time searching the vehicle. The scene inside is harrowing. Blood pooled in the front seats tells the grim reality of Cheryl's final moments. However, officers are unable to locate the weapon, suggesting that James may have lied about its whereabouts. Realizing that, officers at the crime scene continue searching for the knife while James is brought into the station for processing.
Call 2 from Command 4. When you get Frankie down there, can you come up?
Alright, go step out, sir.
Block the entrance. But there's no way you can drive down.
Hello.
Take your time.
If you could call somebody at the scene, I've lost one hearing aid.
Okay.
And I lost my glasses.
Okay. You think they're by the vehicle or?
I
Don't know?
idea.
Okay. Yeah, so as soon as we're done here, I'll call. Once I get you sat down, I'll call somebody.
I appreciate it.
You bet. We're going up towards this door here. We're actually going to we're going to a different room. Thanks, LT. We're going to go up this way, not too much farther.
Okay.
Around the corner, and then we'll get.
I'm sorry, I'm so slow.
You're fine. It'll be the next room on the right.
I'll be at headquarters. You can go lawyer and Mitchell out here too.
Right there. Yeah. Hold on. Our detective's going to be with you in just a moment, okay? And I'll make that call.
Within minutes, an officer arrives to photograph James as part of standard protocol.
Okay, I'm gonna just take some pictures of you sitting down first, and then before we get you up, I'll get one of the boys to stand by you to make sure that you're steady on your feet, okay?
Okay.
All right. Sorry, it's gonna be a lot of pictures, okay?
With that done, the officer shifts attention back to the knife, hoping James might finally tell them the truth.
James, can you tell me what that knife looked like?
I think it was, I believe it was red.
Red? Was it like a utility knife, like a folding knife, or was it like a steak knife? Or like a box cutter knife?
No, it was just you had to open it.
Okay.
Eventually, the truth starts to surface. James reveals that the knife was never in the car, and he had thrown it away immediately after the incident.
And when you threw it, because you're kind of right down by that lake, do you know if you threw it into the lake or if you threw it into the trees? And if you don't know, just let me know. If you don't know, just tell me that.
I threw it not towards the lake.
Okay.
The other way.
Okay.
The information quickly becomes critical as the officer wastes no time relaying it to the team on site. Soon they receive the breakthrough they needed. The knife is found deep inside the woods. But as officers examine it, they realize something that exposes everything James had told them as lies. It turns out the knife had been brought from his own kitchen, suggesting that the attack wasn't random. James clearly knew what he was doing and had planned to take Cheryl's life before he picked her up that day. As the investigation reaches its conclusion, devastating news shatters the entire police department. Cheryl has already succumbed to her injuries. With the case now ruled as a homicide, officers officially charged James with first-degree murder with a maximum of 60 years in prison. However, James never stands a trial. On October 6, 2025, he dies of Legionnaire's disease. Although a sudden fatal decline in health prevents the suspect from ever facing a jury, the dark truth is officially sealed in the record books. However, if you think these betrayals are shocking, nothing can prepare you for this next story. A young woman is suddenly gunned down inside a busy department store, exposing a cryptic digital trail that points straight to an unbelievable, coordinated betrayal.
Oh, EMS, get EMS, somebody, EMS. Come here. Hey. All right, okay.
This is 50-year-old Sheila Agee, who has just realized that her son carried out a brutal crime, and in just a few moments, she will experience the most horrifying reality of her life.
And he says, I got Casey, that bitch don't, like I said, that bitch don't need from us. I'm not mad at it. I hate everybody.
Keith is a deranged killer who brutally killed his girlfriend with a 9mm gun. But this discovery is just the start. The investigation that follows will reveal a motive so disturbing that it will leave the officers in utter shock as it slowly begins coming to light.
Nobody knew.
Before this door, you don't know who you don't. You don't understand. All I got is my baby. Don't nobody give a damn about me, man.
But the discovery of what was truly behind it all completely stuns the investigators. A motive so trivial, it ignites consequences far deadlier than anyone could imagine. On August 11, 2023, 1:22 p.m., Escambia County Sheriff's Dispatch receives a frantic 911 call reporting gunfire inside Pensacola's Home Depot in Florida.
Somebody got shot. A young female got shot by a male.
Adult female? Okay, how many people did you see were hurt?
Just one. I don't understand what happened, but he just walked up and started firing for no reason.
Within moments, the dispatch center is flooded with calls reporting the same incident, prompting officers to be immediately dispatched to the scene. However, just seconds after their arrival, they realize the situation is already beyond their control.
Everybody needs to get out. 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 Everybody needs to get out.
She's gone.
174 confirmed signal 7.
There's multiple shells.
Yep, we're just yeah, because we got casings. Don't kick them, please.
We're okay. At that point, we're good. That's deceased? Yeah. Hey, let's clear on out here. Yeah.
The victim is identified as 18-year-old Brooklyn Sims through her employee ID. Found alongside her are 6 9mm shell casings and 3 projectiles, evidence that this was not a random act. The attacker had come with the intent to kill her. As the scene is secured, officers outside the store learn new information about the killer, but with multiple witnesses flooding the with information, recording what could later prove crucial to their investigation is the priority.
The shooter's gone. They saw him run out.
What was he wearing?
I couldn't see it.
Real light faded blue shirt with 2 white stripes.
Light faded blue shirt, stripes down the side. Find it, white male ran back toward Davis Highway.
What happened?
Okay.
What you got?
That's my truck right there. I was in my truck. I just loaded up and started the truck. I saw the guy run around the corner. He had on a blue jacket, black male, 25 to 30,
6'1", slim build, he had a Glock 19 in this hand running. When I saw the Glock, I started out across the park.
So black male around in his 20s, 6'1", Glock
mostly
19.
blue with white stripes on the sweat jacket, workout jacket, zip up the front workout jacket. Does anybody want to go and look at the exact where he ran in case he threw the gun?
Yeah, we got a million people. We got dogs coming. We got the whole thing.
From the witness account, the suspect fled north of the Home Depot, following which officers pick up the trail. Just minutes later, a Glock 19 is recovered a few miles away on Davis Highway, matching the exact description provided by the witness. With that, officers also find a single round of ammunition, identical to the projectile discovered near Brooklyn's body. For further confirmation, the gun is sent for ballistic testing. Investigators believe the killer has probably tossed the gun away in a desperate attempt to get rid of the evidence. Back at the crime scene, officers uncover additional clues suggesting that the shooter was someone Brooklyn already knew.
I'm on aisle 1. They're like on this way behind me. I heard a voice that I don't recognize. I thought he was cussing, but I heard him looking down at her because she's bending down counting. He said, "You think I'm playing with you?" or something like that. Like he made comments. "You think I'm playing with you? Or you think I'm talking?" He made that type of comment. I loaded and he just started shooting. That's it.
He kind of just walked up and it sounded like he said one word. And she turned around and I didn't hear her say a word before she had turned around and he had just started shooting.
Okay. So not much of a conversation. Maybe he just said a couple words.
He said a couple words or one sentence, and then she was saying.
But then officers encounter someone who gives them the information they've been looking for this whole time.
Can you confirm her name for me?
Yes.
Okay,
I
one
got
time. Come over here.
I thought you like.
I was gonna say she probably ain't gonna be able to talk. Her name is Bethany.
Okay, what is the victim's name?
Her name is. Oh, okay. I thought that was your name.
Brooklyn.
I'm sorry.
Taylor.
Yes, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Taylor.
My name is Sheila. I'm sorry.
Did you hear or see anything?
No, I was in.
Okay. And so you.
I heard gunshots. And I just.
Okay. And how far away were you from this? You must have been close because you heard him.
Yeah.
And you heard him say, "You think I'm playing with you," and then next thing you know, like 7 gunshots.
I just heard him.
Do you know her well at all to know if she has?
I know her.
Does she have a baby daddy?
Yeah, my son is her baby daddy.
Your son is her child. Have they been having issues?
No.
Okay, what's your son's name?
The woman is Sheila Agee, a woman at the same depot whose 20-year-old son, Keith Agee, had been in a relationship with Brooklyn, a detail too uncanny for officers to ignore. Could Keith be the man behind all this? The question becomes central to the officers as they try to dig deeper into their relationship.
Are they broken up?
Oh, they hadn't been together in years.
But they have children together.
One baby. They hadn't been together since the baby was born.
And they don't have any issues? Blackmail your son? No? Okay.
Even though Sheila insists the relationship between Brooklyn and Keith was a happy one, officers can't shake their suspicion of Keith. Reading the room, Sheila quickly realizes her son is about to land on their list of suspects, and that realization is more than what she can handle.
Current address and all of that on here, okay? Oh, EMS! Get EMS! Somebody, EMS! Come here. Hey. Okay. All right, now! Someone get somebody now! Hey. It's okay. We're getting EMS, honey. Okay. Just relax.
They're coming.
All right.
While Sheila is treated by EMS, officers continue looking into the relationship between Brooklyn and Keith.
Her son has a child. I know, it's a lot.
And just when they're about to push further into their search, another 911 call comes in, and it is about to break the case wide open.
I'm trying to turn myself in.
Okay, where are you at?
Pensacola, Alabama.
Pensacola, Alabama?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know what street I'm on.
What are you trying to turn yourself in for?
Ma'am?
What are you trying to turn yourself in for?
I don't know.
No, you're fine. Just calm down. We'll get someone to help you.
No, look, I threw my gun. I don't have a gun, but I just want them to shoot me. I can't.
Okay, you're fine. Are you at a business right now?
Can't be trying to tell me in front of IMAX.
You're at the movie theater?
That's what it is.
Okay, are you in the parking lot of the movie theater?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm in the parking lot by myself, and no cars around me. I'm just, they'll see me if they pull over here.
The investigation takes an unexpected turn. Officers' suspicions weren't wrong after all. Keith confesses to being Brooklyn's killer just minutes after the deadly attack. Responding to his call, officers immediately arrive at the AMC movie theater parking lot to take him into custody.
What body of water did you go through? Was it that way or was it that way? It was that way? Okay. That's close to where the car's at? Yeah. Okay, all right. You gonna walk over here? I haven't seen the back side of my car. Go ahead and move all that stuff out of the way. But I'll just throw it right back there and we'll put it in my trunk. You good? Okay, all right.
As officers sit in interrogation with Keith, he does something no one sees coming.
What's happened is happened, okay? We can't go back now, all right? Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, help us we want to understand, but before that...
How about we start with just your name? I don't even know who I'm talking to. How can I understand if I don't even know who you are? Right? I told you who I am.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. It does too, because I don't want to be talking to a stranger.
Nobody cares about me.
Nobody gives a fuck. How can nobody give a fuck? We can't know who your family is. To be able to tell everybody.
We don't care.
I mean, we live here, we live in Alabama. What's the deal? And what's your parents' name, Keith, so we can let somebody know what's going on? I mean, here's the thing. I know you said nobody cares about you, but people do.
Before this, you don't know. You don't understand. All I got is my baby. Yes. Don't nobody give a damn about me bad.
Somebody's gonna look for that baby? Don't you want that? You want us to call your mom, your dad, or your grandma, auntie, somebody's.
They don't care about me.
They care about that.
But they don't care.
Suddenly, Keith starts crying, not out of guilt, but because, according to him, he is the one who has been wronged. Seeing him spiraling, officers redirect the conversation to his daughter for a while.
Is she giving that name after somebody special?
I picked it up.
Yeah. After who?
It's just the case for me. I like it. I mean, the case instead of the C, I put the K because of my name.
Does she spell it just the way it sounds? Or do you spell it something different?
K-A-C-E-Y.
Okay. K with a K. See, because I spell it with a C, so that's fine. Did she take your last name? Oh, that's good. That's acknowledging that you're the daddy. All right?
I don't want to do that. My daddy know about me. So Christmas, birthday present, never. And I just want to be there for her. I never get to hold her again.
Who said that? Yeah, you can say exactly what you want her to hear. Because guess what? Everything that's going to be put in that girl's head is going to come from all the people that have been telling you you ain't good enough. This is Keith, Daddy, his time to say, look, Casey, Daddy's sorry. Daddy's sorry, but this is why. Right?
As Keith settles down, officers shift back to Brooklyn, asking what truly went wrong that led him to take such a brutal step. And what he says next is as honest as it is disturbing.
She came over to my house. We had a good time. We played, I guess I feel like now, playing family for the weekend, but we did that. And she blocked me, which I don't have no problem with. I can't control it anyway, because to be real and honest, y'all are gonna know anyway. Brooklyn had a restraining order. But I didn't force Brooklyn to talk to me or come to my house. I asked her. She agreed.
Keith tells officers that Brooklyn had taken out a restraining order against him because of his past violent outbursts. Despite that, in order to co-parent their daughter, they continued spending time together, and last weekend was no different.
I thought everything was going good. She came over to my house. Me, her, and Casey. Hey, just chilled in bed all weekend, laid there, played. Casey having fun.
But everything changed hours before the murder. On the morning, Keith received a call from a medical office informing him he had tested positive for gonorrhea. That morning marked the beginning of the end for their already fragile relationship.
I've never threatened Brooke or no stuff like that. Okay. She has lied before and said I had threat. I've got over that. I understand a lot of Brooklyn's faults is because she's younger than me. But it's like when I talk to people, they don't hear me. Like they just go to the other side. I ask people, can they tell me the truth? People don't check on me. People don't care about me. Like I'm on this right.
And what truth were you looking for from people?
Just anything. Just from her, I just wanted to know if she gave me the STD, which I knew she did. Just wanted her to tell me. Just tell me, so keep it in so I can calm down.
However, Brooklyn's refusal to accept responsibility for giving Keith an STD spirals into something no one could have predicted, ultimately costing Brooklyn her own life. Keith claims he was consumed by a moment of blind fury, but his version of events holds only until officers uncover several damning clues that shatter his story entirely. The CCTV footage retrieved from the Home Depot captures the exact moments before the horror unfolded. In it, Keith can be seen entering the shop and walking straight to aisle 52, where Brooklyn was present, which pointed to something far more calculated than an impulsive act. Seconds later, Keith can be seen running out of the store, leaving a scene behind that later haunts anyone who witnessed it. But none of it could give away what his phone records could. As they comb through his text messages, a name surfaces, one that had been hiding in plain sight all along. Officers discover that Keith had a conversation with his mother about killing Brooklyn mere minutes before the murder, suggesting that she was actively involved in the planning. One of her messages sends chills down their spine. "I'll tell you when we get close, but if you don't come kill her, you are a MF," proving how far she was willing to go to get rid of Brooklyn. One of the CCTV footage records further confirms their suspicion. Just before the attack, the CCTV places Sheila near the entryway, desperately texting and appearing to be waiting for someone to walk in. At this point, the evidence is stacking up against her, and all that is left is to confront her about her involvement. For that, they bring her in for interrogation.
So, what was your involvement in what happened on Friday?
He was gonna, if things come back, Brooklyn gave something, but he was gonna let it go, and that's what I said, that's fine. I told Brooklyn, I said, crazy's texting.
What'd you call him?
Crazy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I
No, you're
I
fine,
said
you're
crazy.
fine.
And I said, crazy texting. And she calls me Mimi because that's what my granddaughter calls me. And she said, can I see your phone? I said, yeah. So she goes and looks at my phone. I think they text back and forth a couple of times, but when she texted him, I think they were kind of like getting a little heated. And he was like, I'm gonna come to her house or something. She was kind of acting like me there for a minute. And when I got the phone back, I said, don't do that. And then I went to telling him, look, you're gonna do this to Casey and this, and you're gonna leave her without her mom and her dad and this and this and this and this and this. And he was like, I don't care. I think he's like, I don't have nothing to live for or whatever. I was like, so you hate Brooklyn that bad that you would leave Casey to be abused? Or I'm not saying it's exactly the way I said it. And he's like, because I said, because she won't have her mom or her dad or whatever. He's like, I think he cussed me or something. I'm like, okay. I said, if you bring your ass up here, you ain't gonna see Brooklyn, you're gonna see me.
Sheila initially appears completely confident about her story, thinking her version of events will go unchallenged. What she doesn't know is that officers are about to dismantle her carefully constructed lies.
All right, so at 10:35 a.m. on Friday, this phone call was received from the Greater Mobile Urgent Care Clinic. Okay. They called to
They called me?
No, they called Keith. This is Keith's phone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
So they called Keith to let him know that his test results came back positive for an STD. Remember that?
I don't remember him getting the phone call. No, sir. I don't.
Well, he got that phone call.
I understand that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
2 minutes after that phone call, he sends you a text message saying she gave me gonorrhea.
Okay, I do remember that.
And if you think I'm lying, I call them back and we can three-way them. And it says, I don't even care anymore. She low down as ASF. Anyway, can you pick up Casey for me tomorrow? And you say, no, I don't believe you lying. If that's what you say, I don't have no reason to think you lying. Yes, I can get her tomorrow. I'm still in Florida right now. He says, okay.
I think that's when I told Brooklyn that Crazy's texting.
Okay.
She said, can I see your phone? And I was like, yeah.
Then he sends you another text message right after that one. Says, she's still working out of town with you? You say, yes. He says, okay. Y'all come back this evening? You say, yep. Okay. I'll be waiting for y'all in
No, that's when
Central.
that's when I told you. I said that's when I told Brooklyn Crazy's texted. She said, let me see your phone. I don't know exactly what was texted in, but I knew read something. And when she gave it back, I said, don't antagonize him. And I can tell you when I took the phone back is when I started trying to say, hey, like you're gonna do this to your baby and this and that. You'll be able to tell if you would read the text. You'll be able to tell when the attitude switched.
Sheila wickedly tries to manipulate the situation, blaming everything on her own son. But it won't be long before she realizes the walls are closing in and officers are sitting with solid evidence that she can't refuse.
So this must still be you because you tell him you're going to get in trouble, but that's up to you. And he says, trouble? Prison, bruh. Hey, that's my choice, just like it is for you to continue to pick her up. I ain't saying fire her or some BUH like that. Find her ride to that MF. If she called the law, I ain't saying nothing. But I gave her a job for Casey.
Yeah, I think I did type that.
And he says, I got Casey that don't need from us. I'm tired of being treated like a when I can do right that job, my job, and I don't even care about jail no more. I can't take this daily. Just tell me before y'all come. No, I'm not going to help you get in trouble.
I didn't even write that.
I ain't do nothing but cost me money and gave me a disease. I'm thinking to just shoot her. I know I hate that for Casey. Okay, I'll call you and tell you if you want to go to jail. I'll tell you when we get close. But if you don't come kill her, you will and kill you.
I did not know he had a gun.
He told you he was going to shoot her up.
He said that.
He said, if my mom will open the door, if she won't get out of the car, I'm going to open the door.
I thought he was talking
Don't shoot me.
But Sheila denies it all. With nowhere left to turn, she does the unthinkable, blaming Brooklyn, insisting she was behind the messages. By now, Sheila has almost no cards left to play.
Hold on. Here's the problem.
Yes,
sir. Okay? So what you've told us thus far is that, well, Brooklyn took your phone.
I didn't think she took it.
But then you're texting him. Now, conveniently, you're only sending the messages that make you look good.
No,
hold on. Let me finish. That you're trying to talk him out of it, and then you want to come back with when there's the messages that he'll talk about shooting, and then also, Brooklyn's got my phone again. So you guys are just handing the phone back and forth. Man.
No, I'm sorry.
Well,
I know
that's what you're saying.
I know
that's what you're saying because you're acknowledging a text message, and then when the one that comes up that's bad, no, that wasn't me. That was Brooklyn. So what you're saying is because he's reading these to you.
You're right.
So what you're saying is you and Brooklyn are standing there handing this phone back and forth.
Sir.
Bear in mind, we got video at the Home Depot.
I'm saying no, that we're not sending that back and forth.
Okay, well then explain to me how the order of the messages goes. Because you're saying, well, Brooklyn must have sent that.
No, I'm telling you, it was the.
And Sheila, there's no gaps. There's like this is
within seconds. These are within seconds of each other.
This is 11:26, 52 seconds. Your response is 11:27, 5 seconds. So you're like, beep, receive it, read it, respond. There's no, look at this.
I'm They said that.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear what he said. I didn't hear what he said, sir.
Read it.
And wait a minute. Yeah, I did.
At last, Sheila finally confesses, knowing her lies have finally caught up with her.
Yes,
and that is very easy to deflect that off of her and go, you know what? I will put this off on the dead girl over here because, like, I see how it looks and it looks really, 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 really bad. Because I egged my son on knowing he has a history, knowing he has issues, and you egg him on and provide him with an address he'd have never known. He would have never had a clue where y'all were at, other than you were in Pensacola. And even if he knew, do you know how many Home Depots there are in Pensacola? I mean, he could have driven around all afternoon trying to find y'all and probably never gotten there.
I'm sorry.
But you shot the address right to him. Come on, come get her. After I called you a for not doing it, after I told you.
I didn't read that part.
Okay. So again, we switched the phone back and forth. So it's me texting, then it's her texting, then it's me texting, then it's her texting, it's me texting, it's her texting. The flow your story doesn't hold water because the flow doesn't make sense.
Finally, officers have confessions from both Keith and Sheila. In 2023, Sheila is charged as a principal to first-degree premeditated murder, while Keith is sentenced to life without parole for killing his girlfriend. While a recovered digital trail brings this monstrous betrayal to light and seals the fate of those responsible, the heartbreaking loss is absolute. But the horror takes a distinct and frantic turn in our next case. A young mother is found brutally executed, her body riddled with 13 gunshot wounds. Yet the real terror strikes when investigators realize her 6-year-old daughter is missing.
Final warning! Oh, we got one female victim down.
These officers have just stepped inside a scene of pure carnage. A young mother is riddled with 13 gunshot wounds, and the husband has no idea how horribly this plan for revenge is about to play out.
Let me get this sorted out, okay? We had a shooting over at the hotel. She's gone at this point. I'm sorry, I don't know any additional details. Okay, take a deep breath. You want to sit down over here?
But this is just the beginning of a dark night. With a 6-year-old child missing and an enraged killer on the loose, SWAT begins a high-stakes hunt for Adrian, not knowing how far he's gotten into his list of targets.
All right, we're at 15. Kick it. Break. Go. Get it. Go. Call police. Start fire. Police. Start fire.
It all starts at 9:30 p.m. on the night of March 23, 2022, when the emergency lines of Clovis Police Department, New Mexico, start to blow up with frantic reports of gunfire at an apartment complex.
That's 911, where's your emergency?
Hey, someone just got shot across the street at Hotel Clovis. They're leaving a black Charger. The dude's he's in a white shirt.
Okay, and you said he's leaving?
Yeah.
And he's in a black Charger?
No, the dude's on foot.
Minutes later, officers rush to the scene, only to find a witness who discloses details that makes them realize the gravity of the situation.
He walked that way? We were parked right here, and we heard a girl she yelled, and she was like, give me my phone, and we heard 5 gunshots, and he comes to my door, and he opens it, and like if he was gonna take it, and then I was like, you got the wrong car, sir, and he looked at me for a second, and then shut it, and he just walked. What did he look like? He had a white sweater on. He was his head was shaved, not broadly, but and he took off on foot or in car? Yes, on foot. Okay.
Moving to the apartment where the shots were reportedly fired, officers are met with a scene of sheer brutality that leaves them reeling in shock.
Hello, police department! If anybody inside, make something known now! Final warning! Oh! Check through. We got one female victim down. I think so.
Sit back there real clear. Hey, casing. Negative. 30 LPD. I got approximately 3, maybe 9 mil casings. Right at the 4, 5 9 mil casings. Right at the front door.
Officers discover 13 shell casings litter the floor around the body of 28-year-old Kelsey Cash. This wasn't a struggle. It was an overkill fueled by unhinged rage.
Sit back there real quick. You guys bust the door? No. It's 4th century.
As officers scan the scene, one crucial detail catches their attention. The door was kicked in with violent force, yet the living room behind it remains pristine. Not a single item is out of place or missing, suggesting this wasn't an attempted robbery, but a cold-blooded execution. Detectives fan out to canvass the rest of the apartment complex, striving to reconstruct the timeline of this horrifying incident. What they learn in the next few moments from one of the neighbors provides the critical link they've been searching for.
What's going on, man? Hey, last 10 minutes, did you hear anything over here?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
First, there was a boom against the wall, like somebody was thrown up against the wall. And then I heard this dragging sound, and they went down the stairs, and I came and looked out. Her door was open.
Okay.
And I didn't see anybody, but there was no lights. But there was a charger that I seen come over.
Yeah, that's them. And what happened with the charger?
It was sitting. First it was parked up underneath here.
Okay.
But down at the end down there. Because when he came to visit her, he used the parts that either here.
So the Black Charger visits this place? As far as you know? You said this Black Charger visits?
Yeah, it was dark in color. I would say dark purple maybe. Because I've seen it twice. But it was parked over there. And that's when I heard the bump of like something hit the wall.
Did it sound like a struggle or just like a single thud?
Like a struggle.
Can you describe the guy in the Charger to me, though? What does he look like? So, what did he look like to you?
Yeah,
tall?
Oh, yeah.
So, what we're getting is it's a shorter Hispanic man, maybe a little...
He was white.
Huh?
He was white.
The guy that walked out, I guess, in the last hour.
He was white.
As officers gather more information from the building manager, they stumble upon a gut-wrenching revelation that makes the situation even more dire.
Do you have a leasing agreement with any signatures or possibly people might be on it?
Sure.
Okay.
DJ?
Yes, ma'am. So we got a Kelsey Cash and a Cadence Chavez.
Kelsey's 6-year-old daughter, Cadence Chavez, is nowhere to be found. With nearly an hour already passed since the 911 call, finding this little girl becomes a desperate race against time. Then comes a phone call that changes everything and finally puts a name to the man who may be responsible.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Kelsey's ex. His name's Adrian. He lives next door to me at my home.
What does he drive?
My address? I don't know his address, but my boyfriend drives a Black Charger, so please don't storm my house because my little kids are in there.
Okay.
I know they broke up, and he's not nice.
The anonymous caller identifies the man as 26-year-old Adrian Chavez, Kelsey's ex-boyfriend and the father of her child. And what she says next shifts the investigation from a mystery into a high-stake manhunt.
Always get the hell out of her. That's why she moved. Okay. I helped her get in that apartment to get away from him.
Okay. Adrian Chavez.
I think Chavez. I'm not sure on that. But Kelsey's got a little girl. I don't know the scenario if she was in the apartment, but I hope that the little girl's okay.
Yeah, so she was not here.
Okay.
With a possible suspect now identified, officers realize they aren't just looking for a killer. They are in a race to prevent a second, even more disturbing tragedy.
There's a 6-year-old Cadence that is Kaisley's daughter that's not at the apartment. She's on the lease, she's on the paperwork. We know they're supposed to be together. We hope they were not, but at this point we don't know where she is, so we're trying to make sure if she's here with grandma or not, but we need to find out. But she may be with a boyfriend because he may have gone in and shot her and took the baby. We'll see. Okay?
Okay.
Detectives rush to Kelsey's mother, Katrina Cash's house, dreading the moment they have to deliver the news about her daughter.
Hi, my name's Rick Smith. I'm a detective with Clovis PD.
Okay.
Sergeant Bosky, this is our chaplain, Mr. Chapman.
Okay.
We've got some bad news about Kelsey.
What?
She's gone.
What?
Okay. We had a homicide over at the apartments across from Hotel Clovis.
Katrina is devastated. Her grief is immediate and overwhelming, struggling to grasp the grim reality of her daughter's death.
What? Are you my daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
My daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
How did she die?
It's a homicide. We don't know all the details. Just step back. Just step back.
Okay, baby.
Please just step back for just for a minute. Let me get this sorted out, okay?
My daughter, Kelsey.
We had a shooting over at the hotel. She's gone at this point. I'm sorry. I don't know any additional details. Okay, take a deep breath. You want to sit down over here? Sit down right over here.
Sorry,
sit down right over here. Okay, all right.
But the primary focus of the detective is to find the 6-year-old before this night turns even more tragic.
Do you have Cadence with you?
Yes, I do.
She's here?
She's here.
Can I see her?
She's
And I'm
asleep.
sorry. We just want to verify physically that she's here. Okay, perfect. Okay, let him know, sir.
There's a big dog right there.
Yeah, I know. Hi, buddy. Hi. Okay, it's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's all right. Okay, I'm good. Okay? We were concerned that she was missing.
To their immense relief, Cadence is safe with her grandmother. She wasn't at the apartment when the gruesome attack occurred. But the threat isn't over. Adrian is still out there, armed and unhinged. As detectives begin to look for more answers, Katrina reveals a secret that may be the reason behind Adrian's uncontrollable rage.
So things were good. They're trying to get back together recently?
No, she told me tonight. He went through her phone and found out that she had with other people since they had broke up.
Oh, then there y'all go.
Without any solid evidence against Adrian, detectives decide to bring Katrina to the station, hoping to better understand the twisted dynamic between Kelsey and Adrian.
What did she say when you last spoke to her? You said that she mentioned Adrian. Is that her child again?
Yeah, she told me that she found out the reason why he didn't bother to show up to take their daughter to go get signed up for softball.
And as she begins to answer the questions, one seemingly small detail she reveals offers the detectives a lead.
Because he had gone with his brother and got drunk.
So Adrian had gone with his brother?
Yeah, Joseph Lopez. And that day he got drunk.
As the new information about Adrian comes to light, detectives call in Adrian's brother, Joseph Lopez, for questioning.
I pretty much just want to talk to you about what happened last night concerning your brother, Adrian. Do you know anything about what happened last night?
After work we went and got some beers at Kelly's. I dropped them off.
Describe Kelsey and Adrian's relationship.
You know, they had their ups and downs, and she did move out, and that's why she got her apartment. But I thought they were working things out because, like, the last few days they were together. So I don't understand.
Adrian to carry firearms.
Yeah.
What kind of firearms have you seen, Adrian?
Just some pistols.
Are you savvy with guns? Or you know about guns?
They're black.
You seen them with 2 black pistols, 3 black pistols, 4 black pistols?
2.
Did you happen to know the make of those?
No.
With Katrina in one room and Adrian's brother in another, detectives repeatedly dial Adrian's number.
You know what we're doing? Just gonna see.
What's that?
Said we're just gonna see if we can make contact with him, and if we do, ask him to come talk to us.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
And just as they think the investigation has hit a wall, Katrina's phone rings.
Hello? Where are you at?
It's Adrian, and with everyone now hanging on every word, the tension in the room is immediate. As the detective presses him to come down to the station, Adrian asks something that makes it clearer than ever that he is at the heart of this sickening crime.
Listen, we need to talk to you, okay? Are you able to come down to the Clovis Police Department for us? No? Okay, well, Adrian, this is very, very, very important, and we need to talk to you, okay? You do not have a warrant out for you, no. But like I said, this is very serious, and if you're at your house, we could come pick you up and bring you down here if you've been drinking and stuff. Okay? Well, we had a situation that came up and said we just need to talk to you. Yeah, we can pick you up if you've been drinking or anything like that. I mean, if that's what the issue is, that you can't come down here, we could come pick you up. You don't have a warrant for your arrest, no. You do not have any warrants for your arrest. Because we need to talk to you about a situation that occurred tonight.
Adrian's flat refusal to come to the station sends a wave of panic through Katrina.
I don't want him to try to go by my house. I don't want him to try to go by my house because I'm on the top of the cop house. I don't want him to go by my house. Because if he did something already, I don't want him to go by my house or hurt anybody else. Oh my God.
I don't think he will. I think he's too drunk.
I didn't think he had killed my daughter either, but look what he did. I gotta get home. I need to go home.
We're gonna take care of that here in just a little bit. Okay?
I need to go home. Please, I need to get home. And my granddaughter and my son, please. I need to get home.
The exchange between Katrina and the detective reveals a missing piece of this puzzle.
Told me to lock the door. She was gonna lock her door and she wasn't gonna let me in if he came over. And she told me, you better not try to come over, Mom. And the moment I answered the door, and I said, don't. Yeah.
Fearing the suspect is armed and dangerous, a SWAT team descends upon the location, ready to take Adrian down if he makes even the slightest mistake.
All right, move! All right, we're at 15. Kick it! Breacher! Yes, sir! Ready? Go. Get it! Go, 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 go! Call police! Start fire! Police! Start fire! Police! Hold! On you. I need one! Let's go! Moving! Got you! Go left! Go left! Go left! Go down! Police! On you! One coming out! Please! Start fire! Clear. Clear.
The door is breached, but Adrian has vanished. Dreading the worst, detectives know that finding Adrian is of utmost importance. Just as detectives think they have hit a roadblock, a neighbor reports Adrian leaving with family members and points out a crucial detail that will finally point detectives in the right direction.
And also,
go ahead.
Adrian's, I don't know if it's his aunt or his sister, they live like 2 blocks down from me, so check her house. He's very close with them, her last name.
Yeah, you're okay.
He would go to his auntie's and she sure would hide. She would hide him. He would hide there.
With this new promising lead, a team moves quickly to Adrian's sister's house, knowing that if they don't corner him now, he will slip through their fingers once again.
Sam 13 PD, we have that male detained at this time. Yes. Good? Yes, sir. Good job there.
What's your brother's name?
Adrian's my brother.
Adrian's your brother?
Yeah, I got a call and I went to pick him up. We were headed to the police department right now. I was dropping off my daughter. You stay with my kids. That's my mom in the car. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I just woken up, sir.
All right.
Can
Do me a favor and pull your hands out of your pockets, please.
Can you explain to us? I don't know. She kicked on my daughter. I don't know. My sister-in-law saw her or something. That's all I know.
Well, we need to talk to Adrian, and he's been involved in some stuff tonight, and so we need to come down and talk to him. I'm at liberty to discuss that with you. Okay?
That's my niece and my sister-in-law. Okay.
Huh?
My niece and my sister-in-law. Okay. Who's gone?
Detectives finally apprehend Adrian at his sister's house, but the night is far from over. Suspicion quickly shifts toward his inner circle, leading investigators to bring several of his family members in for questioning.
Now that we got that out of the way, I do want to talk to you about your evening and everything that's going on this morning.
Like I said, there's an active investigation going on in regards to an incident that took place. I have no reason to believe that you were involved in it, but I believe that you do have some knowledge. I believe that somebody told you something, and you know exactly what happened.
I don't know exactly what happened. I was asleep at home, and my aunt had called me, and it woke my phone was on loud, and it woke me up, and she texted me to call her, and so I called her back, and she says that, and I don't know who told her that, somebody told her that, they were shot, killed, and they were saying it was Adrian.
How do you know Adrian?
That's my uncle.
Oh, Adrian's your uncle?
Yes, he called me, and he was crying, and I was like, what's wrong? And he just said that they're trying to say he did something he didn't do. We're really close, like I said, he's like a brother to me. We're 2.5 years apart. And I said, what are you talking about? And he hung up, and he said, he's like, I don't know, they're saying Kelsey's hurt. And then he hung up, and after I woke up, my mom said he was right down the street from us, and I said, I don't know what's going on, but Adrian was called, I'm crying, and she's like, we need to go make sure he's okay, and he was sitting there, and he's just crying, and he's like, I don't know what happened, he said, we're working things out, he said that we're getting back together, and now his baby doesn't have a mom, he's like, I'm not the mom, he's like, that's a different kind of parent, and just being a dad. And he's like, they're saying it's me, I need to just go turn myself in and talk to them and give them all the information I know. My mom's talking to him, and he was like, no, like, what do you need?
How are you talking to him at this point?
We were in person, we had been over, yeah. We didn't know what was going on. He was crying and hung up and and he wouldn't answer my phone calls after that. So we just got in the car and drove over there. And he's just crying. And he was like, I need to go. He asked my mom, he was like, will you take me down there? And she's like, yeah. And then he was just crying and he was freaking out. He was like, I don't know, like, how, like, what to do.
And then I went over there, and he said he was asleep, and he got a call, and a detective got on there and said Kelsey was hurt, but some guy, James, which I think is Kelsey's mom's boyfriend, said she was dead. And that he was being charged for it, and he was sitting there when I got, he's praying, and he's like, she's all, that's my baby, I don't know what's going on. And he asked me to bring him down here. So he was getting dressed, and then we left his house.
However, a disturbing question remains. Were they truly escorting him to the station, or were they part of a deliberate cover-up to hide the truth? Adrian's sister and niece both insist that the couple's reunion had been peaceful, claiming they were totally oblivious of his violent intent.
What's their relationship been like recently? Were they going through a split up?
Yeah, they were going through a split up, and Kelsey just said that she kind of wanted more in life right now. And we were all together. We had dinner at my house, and they were talking, and they were like coming back around, like, we need to, like, both of them were just basically, they told me on their own, like, by themselves that they don't want to be together and they want to work things out. And we had all had dinner at my house this weekend, and we went to the bar, and
what day was it?
This was on Saturday, that we were all.
So was it just the three of you all having dinner hanging out?
No, at my house there was my mom, her, Adrian, their daughter, my 2 younger sisters. We're all together just having dinner, having normal family time is what it seemed. And
how were they?
They were great. Yeah, we had went out to the bar, and they just seemed so happy, like they were working through their things. Kelsey had told me that this is like the happiest she's ever been with him, because they're both like growing up and working on their problem, like both of their like issues. And
what were the issues?
Just, I don't even know, if I'm to be honest.
Detectives finally bring Adrian in for questioning, hoping to get a confession. However, this would be anything but easy. From the very first moment, Adrian's response to the murder charges is profoundly disturbing. A cold wave washes over the room as a lack of remorse becomes impossible to ignore.
One you talked to on the phone earlier. Trying to talk to you, and they told me you hung up on me.
I thought they were joking.
No, I wasn't joking.
I really did. I thought y'all were joking.
No.
You caught me in the middle of my sleep.
I wasn't joking.
I see that now.
So what we do, we've got a search warrant.
Inside the interrogation room, Adrian's composed facade begins to crack as the inevitability of a search of his apartment sinks in.
Can you tell me what I'm being arrested for?
Well, right now, you're being detained at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, but I seen them going into my house, so they had to have a warrant to go in my house, right?
To go to your house?
To go inside my house. They were inside my house.
Who was inside?
The police were passed by and they were inside my house. So you have to have a warrant to go inside my house, right?
Unless there's given permission from whoever else.
I was not home, so they were inside my house when we passed by.
I don't know. They weren't searching or anything like that.
They were inside my house, ma'am. I had cameras. So, okay, yes, ma'am.
I mean, if we're searching for something, then yeah, I understand that. But if we're just
I was just trying to figure out why I'm here. Yes, ma'am.
While Adrian's family paints a picture of a grieving man who can never hurt Kelsey, the evidence found at his apartment tells a very different story. Inside Adrian's washing machine, detectives find what they were looking for: a white hoodie matching the witness's description, blood-stained socks, and a pair of sneakers that match perfectly with the faint footprint recovered from Kelsey's apartment. Ballistics later confirmed that a firearm found in his home matches the 13 casings from the scene, and the most irrefutable evidence came from surveillance footage at the Clovis complex, which captured Adrian arriving at Kelsey's apartment just minutes before the estimated time of her death. With the evidence now piled up against Adrian, detectives arrest him for the murder of Kelsey Cash.
So you are being arrested for count of open murder and for aggravated burglary.
Fire.
Yes.
On June 26, 2025, Adrian Chavez is found guilty of second-degree murder, aggravated burglary, and tampering with evidence. He's sentenced to 30 years in prison without the possibility of parole until 2050. While this shocking execution left an entire community reeling, the relentless pursuit by detectives ensures the killer cannot outrun the law. However, the tension reaches a breaking point in our next story, where officers find a man hogtied and left to freeze to death on the side of the road, leading them down a twisted path towards multiple suspects, all seeming more guilty than the last.
They throw him outside, and then he's just laying there, and then he's like, moving around, trying to get out. I did hold his arm down, like, Mike, it's gonna be faster if you just stop moving around.
And what did Mike say to you?
He
took the shotgun and he shot through the front door of the house. He came right in with that shotgun loaded and he started chasing us up the stairs.
Oh, God, man. Oh,
These individuals are all brought in after 28-year-old Michael Partridge is found bludgeoned to death on the side of the road.
Right away, they realize this is a person that's been bound up and is obviously bloody.
But officers are not sure who is telling them the truth and who could be lying.
Honesty is all or nothing, right? So you can't tell 80% of the truth and leave out the part where you look bad.
It's very vital for you to be honest.
Until one brilliant move by the detectives opens up the entire case.
We need to talk about things because your version of events, there's some things missing out of there. So let's clear it up now.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, all right.
Just a week before Christmas, on December 18th, 2019, in Chester, New York, the authorities receive a chilling 911 call at 8:15 p.m.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Hi, I just drove on North Hudson Street in Chester, and I just saw a body on the side of the road. I'm not sure if it was I drove past it twice.
Okay, slow down now. Tell me exactly what happened.
It looked just like a pile of clothes, but as I got closer, I saw shoes, and I think it was a person.
I'm going to have them over there as soon as possible.
Without any delay, officers rush to the scene and witness a brutal sight. The scene tells a terrifying story, and every detail indicates that this isn't an accident.
2 patrol units, they come up onto the scene, and right away, they realize this is a person that's been bound up and is obviously bloody.
His arms and feet have been tied and bound behind his back. The officers also notice several bruises and contusions to his face. Shockingly, he is still alive, but he's unconscious, and his breathing is very labored.
It was about 15 degrees. It was freezing. He had a jacket, his jeans or pants, and he didn't have shoes on. He was left on the side of the road in the middle of winter, essentially hogtied, and just left for dead.
He is identified as 28-year-old Michael Partridge, a young father to his 3-year-old son. Officers immediately call for an ambulance and rush him to the hospital, where he is, unfortunately, pronounced dead shortly after arriving. The cause of death is determined to be blunt force trauma to the head and internal bleeding. Officers now need to understand not only why he was killed, but who hated him enough to take his life in such a ruthless manner. Michael's family is informed about the tragedy, and they arrive at the hospital. Detectives speak with them to figure out who Michael may have been with when he was attacked. The name that immediately pops is Courtney Clemenza, Michael's girlfriend and the mother of his child. Detectives learn that Courtney lives with her mother, Regina Clemenza.
We went to the residence and we made contact with Regina, and Courtney Clemenza is not at home. We advised her that Michael Partridge was found assaulted. Regina said that she had a text conversation with Courtney earlier that night about Michael Partridge.
This text exchange could be the first real lead for the detectives to find out how this happened. But when detectives review the messages, what they find is far more disturbing than just a simple lead.
Courtney says he got his kicked. Regina responds, "Did he? By who?" Courtney responds, "Bobby. He broke his ankle ribs. I saw his blood squirting while he cried, 'Bobby, stop.'"
Based on the text messages, it is clear that Courtney has witnessed a brutal assault of Michael at the hands of a specific person she referred to as Bobby. But detectives still don't know why it happened or where it happened. To answer these questions, they need to find Courtney as soon as possible. Courtney's mother, Regina, voluntarily heads over to Chester Police Headquarters for a formal interview. She seems willing to help as much as she can, and the detectives hope to get the names of the individuals who played a part in Michael's murder.
What did you hear exactly happened?
I hear somebody doing a beating.
Who did you hear threw him a beating?
I guess her friend Bobby.
Who'd you hear this from?
Courtney.
Courtney told you
I
that.
didn't hear it. She texted him.
What did she say specifically happened to him?
He got him good in his ankles and his ribs, I think. That's what he said.
The person who got him good was...
But I think it was Bobby.
If Courtney's not home, where would she be?
Bobby and Seth's house.
From Regina, detectives get the names Seth Pelsang and Robert Bobby Haskell and learn that Courtney had been hanging out with them that fateful night. As investigators begin looking for Bobby and Seth, their concern for Courtney's safety grows every minute. They don't know how dangerous Bobby and Seth could be, so they set up a plan to try and get in contact with Courtney.
It was decided that having Regina call Courtney would be our best shot at Courtney responding. You always pick up for your mom.
Hello. Are you at my house right now? Well, I know. I'm in the police station. I've been here since 1 o'clock in the morning because of you and your douchebag friend. You know what I mean? Where are you? My house or Bobby's house? Because the cops want to talk to you, that's why.
Courtney, we just want this investigative road. We just want to meet up with you, make sure you're okay. Where can I meet you?
Quick check in Goshen, is that fine with you?
Yeah, quick check in Goshen. We'll see you there in a couple minutes.
Officers gather up a couple of teams, head over to the gas station, and wait for Courtney. Eventually she shows up, but she is not alone.
We're set up. A car pulls in. Courtney gets out of it, and she goes into the quick check. I go to the car. I can see there's someone else in the passenger seat. I get him out. I notice there's a person not moving, sitting real quiet in the back. I get him out. We were greeted by not only Courtney Clemenza, but she brought Bobby, which is Robert Haskell, and Seth as well.
This is a huge break for the detectives. Everyone they've been looking for is now right in front of them. All three of them, Courtney, Bobby, and Seth, are taken to the police headquarters for questioning.
We know some went down, so we need to talk to you about what you might know about that. All right?
Seth resides in the same house as Robert Haskell, but we didn't know if he was involved in the assault or not.
Talk us through your day. I woke up in the morning and went and got Courtney, and she came back to Goshen with me.
Okay, to your home address.
Mm-hmm. Where was Bobby? He was at the house.
Right from the beginning, Seth seems nervous. He is willing to talk, but constantly avoids eye contact with the detectives and appears visibly fidgety, raising suspicion that he may be hiding something.
You can see him look up at the camera a number of times. Everything was screaming dishonesty.
What goes on there?
We hung out and just, I don't know, dude, here, I don't want to incriminate myself or anything. Truthfully, what happened? This is important, Seth. I know. That's why I'm thinking about it. It's very vital for you to be honest.
It's the brave thing to do, and you know it's the right thing to do.
Can I hand him time? He just wants to have a cigarette. That's right. Yeah, I mean, we can.
Investigators allow Seth a cigarette, hoping it might loosen him up and prompt him to talk. But they are unaware of the move Seth is about to make.
So we're back where we left off. Then what? And then we were all just hanging out, we ate some food and stuff, macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. Okay? And then what? I think I need to away at present. I continue. Sorry.
This is frustrating for the detectives. They didn't see this coming after letting him have that cigarette break. In any case, they have to stop the interview now.
Unfortunately, you still can't leave. We're going to be here for a bit because everybody else is talking. So we got to, see where the cards are going to fall.
Seth is asked to wait until the other interviews are completed. As a strategy, they leave him waiting for more than 2 hours, thinking he might change his mind. And that is exactly what he does.
Go ahead, say whatever you need to say. Me and Courtney were sitting down in the living room. We were watching TV and eating, macaroni and cheese and everything, and all of a sudden we heard a big bang from outside. And we were like, what the hell? It was Mike. He had a gun. He took the shotgun and he shot through the front door of the house. He came right in with that shotgun, loaded, and he started chasing us up the stairs. And I ran into my room, and I opened my door, and I saw there's a guy that stays across the hall from me. He had him, pinned down, had him, subdued or whatever. And, Bobby just started hitting him with the bat. I thought to, subdue him at first, He slid him down the stairs and then brought him outside. So then they got a tarp, put it in the back seat, and put Mike in there. And Bobby made us go with him and drop him off over by his house. Okay, sit tight for me for a second.
Seth finally hands them a big piece of the puzzle. Now that the detectives have his version of events, they decide to use it to compare with Bobby and Courtney's versions to get to the truth. But as the questioning continues at the station, detectives acquire a search warrant for Bobby's house. They arrive at the residence and discover chilling evidence of an assault.
Through processing the scene, we knew a door was damaged, knew there was a struggle inside the house.
During the search, Tim Smith, another person who shares the house with Bobby, arrives home. Detectives take him in for questioning to see what information he holds.
This guy named Mike. You ever seen him? Do you know who I'm referring to when I say this? No? Okay. What went down at the house last night?
Well, I really couldn't tell you. Stuff could go on and I won't be there.
There was 100% a major issue that went down at that house that you're well aware that Rob got involved in.
Why in the world would I know a story about confrontation that took place? That doesn't make any sense. Whatever went down, I wasn't there for it. I don't know. Well, I don't know anything about that.
Tim doesn't budge. He keeps denying that he has any information about what happened with Mike. Detectives decide to confront him with evidence to see if he cracks.
We know exactly what happened. We know who Mike is. We know that he comes in acting crazy. You latch onto him. We know that Rob starts hitting him with the blue bat that's in the bathroom. We know this. This is not a mystery. It is what it is. Went down. Not ugly.
I'm telling you what I know. I've done that.
Okay. We'll take this step by step. Did you hear Rob in a physical altercation? Did you hear moving around?
I just heard him screaming at me. That's it.
So now what do?
I open my door, look out.
And what do you see?
There's a guy there with a rifle or something.
Okay. Now what?
You all got the gun away from him.
Did you grab the gun itself or you grabbed him?
I spread him.
You just like bear hugged him? Okay. When did Rob hit him with the bat? When you were on his back? Okay. Where did he hit him that you saw?
The feet. His feet, his legs.
Just his feet and his legs.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Probably in his head.
And what happens then?
I got my stuff together and I got out of there.
Okay.
After acquiring Tim's version of the story, detectives end the interview with them and move on to Courtney. And for this interview, the detectives have an ace up their sleeve: the texts Courtney sent Regina.
Courtney Clemens's interview becomes important because we know that she's seen what happened. She texted her mother, and those text messages can't go away. It's too late. We already have them.
These text messages are crucial as they put Courtney at the crime scene, witnessing a murder. However, it is hard to tell whether Courtney is a mere witness, a victim, or a participant in the death of Michael.
So, this morning...
I was at my friend's house, and we were sitting in the living room.
What friend?
Stuff. And first we heard like a tapping. It wasn't even like 10, 15 minutes, and that's when we heard like a shot at the door. And like, it was just crazy. I saw it like slow motion, I swear to God. And he must have shot like at the door to open it, like with a rifle.
This was from Mike?
Yeah. He went to go lunch at my friend's house, and I just like panicked. I mean, Seth got the gun out of his hand, so I kind of just left for a little bit. And I came back and I was gone.
Who's there when you come back?
Seth, and Bobby.
Mike wasn't there?
No.
Because of the text messages, detectives already know that Courtney witnessed Michael's brutal death, but she still refuses to mention that when telling her version of events. Investigators need to figure out what else she is hiding and who she is trying to protect. To do so, they will now review their trump card to see if Courtney breaks.
This is your only shot. I know the text messages you sent to your mother, and I know that you witnessed it.
It was mostly Bobby. Like, because I heard Michael say, "Bobby, stop." And I was just screaming. I was just screaming, "Stop," because I just heard the bat. I don't know what he was doing, and I just heard Michael screaming, "Help me," and "Bobby, please stop." I kept hitting him with the bat. And then, I just heard Mike say, "Bobby, stop. Bobby, stop. Stop. Stop."
Where was Bobby hitting him?
He was between the back of the head, the wrist. He was hitting him every and anywhere.
With a baseball bat?
Yes.
Was it a wood baseball bat or metal?
No, metal.
It was a metal baseball bat?
Yes.
If you had a guess about how many times Bobby hit him with the bat?
It had to be at least 30. He just kept going.
And how long did that go on for?
It was only, in reality, I think maybe 20 minutes. It seemed like a lifetime.
As Courtney describes what really happened with Michael, everyone is left shocked and the room falls silent. Sadly, she isn't done yet. There's a lot more to the chilling story.
And then they tie him up, so they were...
Pause for a second. Who said time up? Because you know Bobby said time up. Who was he talking to?
He saw the Seth. I saw him tying his arms and his...
You saw who? Seth time? What did he tie him up with?
He cut him from the vacuum. He cut you plug into the wall to the vacuum, the cord.
They tie him up with you said they cut the vacuum cord. Yeah. Did they tie him up with anything else?
I saw duct tape. They throw him outside, and then he's just laying there, and then he's moving around, trying to get out, to get out. I did hold his arms down, Mike, it's gonna be faster if you just stop moving around.
And what did Mike say to you?
He just, and then they brought him by the car. They took him in the Toyota, my car.
Who took him in the Toyota?
Seth and Bobby.
And where did they take him?
I told him to take him to his grandpa's.
Okay.
And they left.
According to Courtney, she has nothing to do with Michael's murder. She denies helping Bobby and Seth at all and poses as a mere witness to the crime. Detectives know this isn't the whole truth and that there's more to this sinister tale.
Honesty is all or nothing, right? So you can't tell 80% of the truth and leave out the part where you look bad.
Because you slapped me.
Who did?
Bobby.
Bobby slapped you where?
Across my face.
Okay.
You made me drive that car.
So you drove the car.
Yeah. He told me to get in the driver's seat now.
Who told you that?
Bobby. And that's when I knew that he just can't do anything.
To everyone's surprise, Courtney slowly begins to describe herself as a victim now. She throws all the blame on Bobby and Seth.
And what happened then?
And on the phone and like laughing and...
What was he laughing about?
He was just like, there's not a team up in my house with a gun. And like, I don't want to kill him. I should have just finished him off. And then like laughing about it.
Even though Courtney's version of the story offers a clearer picture, it still fails to answer a few important questions. When detectives ask her why Michael showed up with a shotgun at Bobby's house, Courtney's response leaves everyone horrified.
Why did Mike go there tonight in the first place?
Mike was planning to rob him.
Who's him?
Bobby.
Why Bobby?
Because he's got like a big amount of cocaine, a big amount of heroin, and he's got $25,000 of cash in his house at all times.
According to Courtney, Michael had planned to rob Bobby, and she knew about the plan. The shifts in her involvement in the crime are alarming.
When did Mike tell you he was planning to rob Bobby?
Last week, he was like dabbling with the idea. He's like, I have no more fight in me. And like, he just was broken down, he was crying, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. He was like, oh, if I could get that cash, like, that would be, you know, that would just get us set. We could get an apartment, we could get a car. So he was kind of like, the wheels were turning.
Okay.
We were going to make a plan, like...
What was the plan going to be?
Like, he asked me where the rooms were, so I told him the placement of the rooms.
Did you write them down? Did you?
Yeah. It was a map of, like, the house. It was kind of like a layout of the house. He was asking me, like, who lived there, and I said, you don't want to do it, and that guy Tim's home.
What did he specifically say?
He was asking me, like, can you get Seth and Bobby out of the house?
Mm-hmm.
But it was never a set in stone date. Because I told him I want to get them out of the house, so there was nobody there.
Why?
I didn't know what Bobby's capable of.
So you guys had this conversation about who's in the house. It would make sense if you were also discussing where the drugs are in the house.
Yeah, Bobby's room. He has, like, this little portable safe. But, like, because I said, like, I told him, like, I don't know exactly where it would be, because sometimes it's in the closet, sometimes it's under the bed. Sometimes it's in Bobby's arms.
So,
there's no loyalty
so now you're talking to Mike. You're in essence telling him where the safe may or may not be.
Yeah.
That the drugs are going to be in his room. That Tim, if he's there, don't do it.
Yeah.
Did he tell you he was going to rob the place that night?
No, he did not.
If I put you on a polygraph right now.
Yeah,
okay?
I would pass.
Okay.
I swear to God.
The map that Courtney says she made for Michael is ultimately found covered in blood in one of his pockets. What was meant to guide him may have led him straight into danger that night.
You're part of this, and it got out of control.
Yeah.
From you having a conversation with Michael days before he shows up at the house, you have conversations with him about where the drugs are, who holds the drugs, how much there is, even detail a map to him.
They were not supposed to be in the house.
But they were.
As Courtney's interrogation goes on, detectives are simultaneously questioning Bobby. Now that Courtney, Seth, and Tim have blamed him for the brutal assault of Michael, the detectives plan to use this information against him.
Who are you with tonight? Courtney, Clemenza, and my friend Seth.
So what's going on there? What are you guys doing?
Chilling, eating, watching TV.
Anybody else at the house?
No.
No. Does Courtney date anybody?
I know she had a boyfriend.
Who's the boyfriend?
I think his name is Michael or Mike or something like that.
When was the last time you saw Mike?
That's a good question. When the last time I saw Michael about, I want to say 2 days ago? Not yesterday, but the day before.
Detectives are quick to observe Bobby's nervousness. It is freezing outside, yet here he is, sweating profusely. It is a clear sign that he is under stress and is hiding something. To break through Bobby's defenses, detectives come up with a strategy. The pressure is getting to him, and detectives know exactly how to exploit it.
Mike, right? He got beat up. That's what I'm hearing.
feel bad. Like,
No, I mean, he got beat up. I mean, it's not anything that, you know, a few days rest might help him out. Okay.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. All right.
It seems like the strategy is working. There's an immediate shift in Bobby's body language, and he seems more willing to talk.
We need to talk about things because your version of events, there's some things missing out of there. So let's clear it up now.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah. All right. And I appreciate it.
I live on Kid Road now.
Okay.
With my friend.
Okay. What's your friend's name?
Tim.
Tim. Okay. Just Tim?
Tim, Seth. Seth was there too.
Okay. So it's you, Tim, and Seth.
Courtney's our friend.
Mm-hmm.
Mike goes somewhere else around. Comes over there. He shoots my door. Vengeance.
Kicks it.
With a shotgun.
Really?
Tim grabs him. He comes up to my room. My door is all stages.
The front door?
The front door he shoots.
That's not
the room door. He hits. Tim grabs him. We yanked the shotgun out of his hand. Heavy.
This confession is huge for the detectives. It establishes a solid link between Michael and Bobby interacting that evening. And as Bobby continues to talk, detectives uncover more horrifying details.
You heard the gun go off?
No, he's pointing the shotgun. Because the first one he shot.
Now it's the front door. The front door of the house.
The front door to the house.
Okay.
So when I said, like, what the boom. And it was for Tim grabbing. I know one of us would got shot, but that jammed on him.
So how many times did he shoot the gun?
Once, and that second one was going to be twice.
So he makes it in the house after he shoots?
He shot the hell. Yeah, he made it in the house. Tim just grabs and dives on him. And Seth grabs, yanks the gun.
And then what happens?
What did
you and Tim, you whoop his ass? Punch him? Did you hit him with anything?
No,
And Seth? Beat his ass too? No. And then what happens?
That was it.
Where'd Mike go?
I don't know where he went. He left.
This is where detectives catch Bobby in a lie. They know Michael didn't leave on his own accord. Detectives do not want to play any more games at this point and decide to confront him with what they've learned from the other interviews.
So there's certain things that are coming to light, okay, because other people are talking and having conversations, okay? He was tied up, correct? It's a yes? Okay, all right? Let me ask you a question, right? Who tied him up?
I ain't gonna lie. It was me, man. The reason why he was out of control, man. There's no way in the world I could have just did that and just let him go. So
what'd you tie him up
with the vacuum cleaner and a piece of bed sheet.
Like a cord?
Yeah, and a piece of bed sheet.
Okay. Where'd you guys murder him? Now listen, there's some
Chester. We took him almost to his grave.
Okay. Now who's we? Listen, I get it, but you gotta. Okay. Courtney. Okay. Who else? Listen, I know.
So I needed somebody to help me. I know it was wrong, but I just didn't want him over our house after that.
Yeah. What was the conversation between, like, everyone in the car on the way over and the way back? Like, what kind of conversation is going on?
I'm talking to Courtney.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Like, yo, what the how the did he even follow? How did he even get over here? Like, what's this about? Like, he acting like we did something. All we doing is being your friend, and we getting in all this book with him. How did he find out where we lived at? Did he follow your ass over here? Like, when are you gonna leave this motherfucker? Nice coming over here.
Bobby still hasn't realized what Courtney and Michael were planning, but detectives will now leave him alone for a while, and slowly he begins to understand.
He's starting to realize Courtney must have told Michael that Robert had drugs, had money at his residence. You could see him in his mind thinking, wait a second, maybe I was set up.
Oh. Damn.
Maybe the whole purpose of this was for someone to come over and rob me of my drugs or my money. The more he thinks about it, the more Robert gets upset.
Man. Oh, my God, man. That's hard.
He knows he messed up and that the whole truth will be out soon. Bobby is now extremely agitated. Seeing his condition, the detectives return to ask him a few more questions to see if they can rile him up further.
Who's got the baseball bat in the house?
Oh.
Is it your baseball bat or is it somebody else's?
It belongs in the house.
What color is it?
It's a blue one. It's right in the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. You don't understand. He pulled the gun out, man. Maybe I was wrong for hitting him with the bat, but I was just.
Anybody else hit him with the bat?
No. It was a situation where we didn't even want to happen. He came there. He came there. And he had a gun. I mean, he had a gun, man.
Forensics now comes in to collect evidence from Bobby's body and clothes. He still has no idea that Michael is dead, but when detectives do tell him, his reaction seals his fate.
I don't know if you realize, but I don't know, you're probably wondering a lot, but Michael's dead.
He's dead?
Dead. All right? You're getting charged with murder. Are you surprised that he's dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Well, he left. We took him away from there. He wasn't dead when he left us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't make it.
Oh, man. Oh.
After spending more than 15 hours in the interrogation room, Bobby is charged with first-degree manslaughter for Michael's death. There's still no sign of any remorse on his face. In the other room, detectives are closing in on Courtney to figure out what exactly her role was in Michael's murder.
Your actions in this, right?
Yes.
Do you feel you did something wrong?
Yeah.
What do you feel you did wrong, specifically?
I didn't call the police.
What else? Your actions I'm talking about.
I wish I would have went outside and just told Mike to leave, or just left with him or something, just walked far with him, so that this wouldn't have happened.
So all three of you drive him out to a roadway, set him on the roadway, in the slush, the snow, the ice, and the cold, bound so he can't move or walk away, right? And you thought leaving him there was better, right? By your own admission. That was better for him. How is that better for him?
I don't know. No, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, stupid. I know. I just wanted him away from that house and away from the...
Courtney spends more than 11 hours in the interrogation room, and at the end, she is charged with second-degree manslaughter. She might be sobbing, but for all the selfish reasons. Not a single tear is for Michael. She is crying because she has been caught. It solidifies the fact that she has absolutely no remorse for what happened to Michael. Almost 15 months after Michael's brutal murder, the sentencing begins for Seth, Tim, Courtney, and Bobby.
Of the four of them, Seth was the most remorseful. He was willing to plead guilty to the manslaughter in the first degree with a sentence of 9 years in state prison. Timothy Smith pled guilty to manslaughter in the second degree, and he was sentenced to 1 1/3 to 4 years in state prison.
Courtney pleads guilty to second-degree manslaughter on March 24, 2021. She is sentenced to 2 to 6 years in state prison. On June 4, 2021, Bobby pleads guilty to first-degree manslaughter. He is sentenced to 12 years in state prison. Justice finally cuts through the web of lies in this investigation, but the emotional scars remain forever. Now we move to the final and perhaps most disturbing story in our video, where a man casually calls emergency services to report a double murder, leading police to a gruesome scene and a confession that is entirely devoid of human emotion.
Is there anybody in there?
Yeah.
House is cool, real. Just like, there's one confirmed so far. Yeah, Joe?
There's two. Big one, that was you?
Yeah.
Sorry, that two confirmed, right?
Police are at the home of Reginald Maclaren, who called 911 earlier that day to report a shocking discovery he made. But soon the officers will realize what sat inside the house is far more twisted and disturbing than anyone could have ever imagined.
I hope they're okay. Well, to be 100% honest with you, mom and daughter are deceased. And so we're trying to figure out what is going on.
But as officers dig deeper, darker truths start to emerge, making the entire case even more chilling. This case would reveal a horrid truth about the killer's ruthless choice that nobody could have ever imagined.
I'm gonna hand you bags. You got a knife? I got a knife.
On March 25th, 2023, at 6:03 p.m. in the evening, the Englewood Police Department receives a disturbing 911 call from Reginald Maclaren.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. This is Reggie Maclaren. I'm calling from Art Walk Apartments, apartment N308. I came around 3 o'clock and I found my wife and my daughter murdered.
I'm sorry, you what?
I found my daughter and my wife. Somebody killed them in the apartment. They have been murdered.
Okay, how do you know that they're dead?
Well, I am here. They are dead, because the guy, whoever entered, he was trying to take them in a trash can or take away, but he couldn't do it. So I need.
Are your wife and daughter still inside the apartment?
Inside the apartment. It's
I'm
a
getting
security
close to
building.
you, okay? And how were they injured? Can you tell?
Well, ma'am, I am very disturbed. I have no idea. They were stabbed. Not stabbed. Somebody used a hammer or I don't know. My daughter's purse, their IDs were gone. All the things are all upside down.
In response to the unsettling call, cops rush to the scene, unaware that what awaits them will shake them to their very core.
What are we going to? North 308.
Upon arriving, the door is answered by Reginald, who appears unsettlingly calm after witnessing a stomach-churning sight. While his demeanor does seem odd, cops give him the benefit of the doubt, considering this stillness as a sign of profound shock.
Nancy, please, Marlon, let's shoot hands. Did you call? Yeah. Step outside, step outside. Horse and stick with him. Yep. Morales, here with me, Bryce. Let's go.
Without wasting any time, officers move to search Reginald's apartment. As they begin to clear the rooms, the first thing they notice is that the apartment remains secure with no signs of forced entry. And what they find next will leave even the seasoned cops utterly shaken.
Police department, make yourself known! Get this good right right. Bryce with me. Alright. I got you. Is there anybody in there? Yeah. There's a closet backing out. House is cool, real. Just want to confirm so far. Good, Joe? Good one, out with you? Yeah. Sorry, that two confirmed, right?
Two large trash cans sit in the living room. Inside, cops find the remains of 70-year-old Bethany Maclaren and 35-year-old Ruth Jennifer Maclaren. Worst of all is that the bodies have been dismembered to try and fit them in a trash can. As a unit of cops thoroughly combs through the apartment, one officer escorts Reginald to the station. What Reginald reveals next makes the cops realize that the killer might be closer to home than anyone expected.
Wife and daughter. What notes? Oh, no. Who's the guy who just came out of here? That's the wife or the husband and dad. So husband found wife and daughter. Okay. And said he thinks he knows who it is, something about a hammer. We probably need to do at least a quick Miranda on him and just talk to him and see what information we get. If the suspect's out, on about, if he's under date in public, we need to find that out as quickly as possible. Okay. Like how does he know this? How does he know he knows who did it? That type of thing. Yeah.
And you fainted. Holy. Yeah, I'm gonna behave. He's taking him to the station. Yep. They can meet there. Okay.
Does he have suspect info?
He says he does, yes.
Do they live here?
Good. Do they live, is your suspect, or does your family live here? No. They are right here. They are no, they don't. Yeah, we'll do.
He says he thinks this is nephews, so they're in gangs. And okay. Got dog it all. Do they live here? Do they live at your apartment? No. Okay. Do they live in this complex?
They used to live from 720. That's the from death.
202, 205. Hey, just a little bit. We got a quick suspect info. Not on site here. Possibly used to live in front of the station on Jefferson.
While being escorted to the police station, in the hallway, Reginald mentions that before calling 911, he had passed out. Given his age, health, and the absolute nightmare he had just witnessed, Reginald is transferred to the Swedish Medical Center in Englewood for a checkup and treatment if need be. Back at the crime scene, before following the possible suspect lead, cops decide to search every nook and cranny of the place, hoping for insight. It doesn't take long before they find what they're looking for.
Any indication of... I didn't look back.
Manor? No.
Like where it happened at.
No, and that's what I'm trying to see. I mean, this one here is... She's bloodied. That's fine.
You know, this looks like a lot of blood right here, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and see the sheets. Somebody they cleaned up. A bunch of towels and stuff on this one.
Okay.
And she is absolutely drenched in blood. And there's blood. See that? I mean, it's all
on her shoe and...
Yeah, but it's, I mean, there's...
Yeah.
There's spatter over here. Yeah.
Yeah, all over this box over here, too.
Alright.
So...
There's some right here.
Just FYI, the soap was covered in blood.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that, and if you look underneath those bed sheets and stuff, that pillow's covered in blood, and it looks like they probably were hiding something underneath there as well.
As cops canvass the apartment, they notice the evident trail of blood splatter and a meticulous attempt to clean the same.
It would appear that whoever did this took extensive steps to clean up the crime scene, as well as purchased, it looks like they either purchased or found 2 large trash cans and a significant amount of blood splatters like that. Again, it looks like whoever did this tried to clean it up.
In addition to these grim details, cops discover a bloodied axe placed next to the unit's boiler inside the closet, along with a handsaw. As the chaotic scene finally settles, cops briefly discuss the details of the horrifying events that have unfolded in the apartment.
It looks like a double homicide. 901 Inwood Parkway, and it's in Nora. 308 is the apartment number. Sounds like husband came home, finds his wife and daughter deceased. They both have been shoved into a trash can apiece. So it looks like, by all appearances, it looked like whoever did this was trying to put the bodies in the trash can and take them wherever. Husband seems to think he knows who did it. We're trying to talk with him. He's pretty shook up, obviously. But yeah, you might want to call the troops on out, sir.
Just when the cops think they know enough, a fellow officer drops a bombshell that sends the investigation spiraling in a terrifying new direction.
Any indication of why Dad thinks that guy's a suspect?
So, not yet, but we just were informed by Bryce that it sounds like Dad left at 3:55. Neighbor saw him driving at his car. And so Bryce is going to locate the car right now, the neighbor that saw it.
Yeah.
That was around 4.
Okay.
And she's saying, if I'm hearing what Bryce said correctly, he locked this door, left with the car, and came back.
So that might be our suspect.
That might be our suspect.
Okay. All right.
With no trace of evidence pointing to who the killer is, officers decide to talk to the neighbors.
At some point, we'll have somebody that'll come get a much more detailed statement. We'll check on your door.
Yeah, my friend's here. We're just hanging out, so.
Okay.
Yep.
When was the last time you saw his husband and daughter? You know?
My friend was over here Tuesday, and she saw them on Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
Do you normally see them very often?
Every now and then. They keep their door open a lot.
Oh, okay.
And cook food. And so I'll see them then. But I'll just see them every now and then. But I was saying too, I'm a teacher, so I've been on spring break the past week. And I've been here the whole entire time.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
So, I heard like a little ruckus maybe a couple weeks ago, but nothing this week that would catch my eye.
You guys saw them on Tuesday?
Yeah.
But this investigation is going to reveal far more than they're prepared for. A resident of the apartment mentions another neighbor, Will, who frequently interacted with Reginald. As the investigation deepens, Will mentions a minute yet bizarre detail that stands out.
You want to talk to the neighbor as well. I have to say that because I think Will has actually spoken to the gentleman back here. Make sure that's
Okay, and his name is Will?
His name is Will. Will and Kim, they both live in that unit.
Are you Will? Yeah. All right, Will. So she kind of gave you a little rough idea?
Well, it's kind of creepy though too because I don't even know dude's name.
Sure.
But it did say I'm going overseas, so I didn't.
Like I'm as in singular?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upon questioning, another neighbor mentions that she has seen Reginald leaving his apartment only to come back in a short time. Officers rush to locate Reginald's car in the building's parking lot, and what they see only further intensifies their suspicion.
Around 3:55 today, she was going to the store. She saw him walk to the car. He had locked the door, walked to the car. Doesn't know what he did in the car, but he came back.
What kind of car is it?
It's a white sedan, possibly on the same floor that we're at. They have a...
Go look for it.
It's flat.
Stay with this car till we touch it.
Yep.
The backseat of the car is pushed all the way down, indicating that Reginald was making space to keep something big. A haunting question begins to take root in the minds of the officers.
Let me know if you guys can.
Yeah, we'll touch base here.
I see the SUV is completely flat, so I'll probably sit on it. Everything's folding down.
Off the trash cans. Yeah.
According to Reginald, the window of murder was small. He stepped out at 4 p.m. only to return 2 hours later to this gruesome scene. Yet the crime scene tells a different ordeal altogether. The complexity of the crime, from death to dismemberment, and the precision of the cleanup suggests a timeline much more expansive and sinister than the one provided by Reginald.
I didn't see if there was any warmth to them or not, but
I didn't either.
I don't think this was done in 2 hours.
As officers swiftly move through the hallway, they notice one of the apartments has a functioning Ring doorbell camera. Officers did not know it at the time, but this CCTV footage from the doorbell camera will play a pivotal role in untangling the timeline. As officers comb through the footage, they notice Reginald moving back and forth from the apartment on the morning of the crime, carrying smaller objects, and not once carrying anything that would indicate him or his family moving out anytime soon. The footage further shows Reginald returning to his apartment at 4:57 p.m. What officers see next becomes the final nail in the coffin, confirming that beneath his fragile exterior lurks something far more sinister. Leaving no stone unturned, cops decide to check the building's dumpster. After rigorously sifting through the mounds of trash, officers find something that reveals just how calculated these murders actually were.
I'm gonna hand you bags. You got a knife? I got a knife. We're gonna cut bags, start going through them. Hey, I found a cut-up Social Security card for a Bethany Maclaren and a partial cut-up Colorado ID that appears to be the same in this dumpster down here.
As officers begin to wrap up things at the crime scene, one of them points out a detail that will prove crucial in solving this case.
I was going to go over to, actually go to Walmart and see if we purchased 2 large trash cans recently, or Home Depot, or those trash cans are pretty brand new to me. Are they? Well, the wheels almost really scuffed up.
You could send some over to Walmart, see if they got the same brand.
Yeah, these are brand new. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They look brand new to me. And there's no dirt on them, there's no scuff marks. That's just water damage from sitting stacked up with on them, I would think.
Detectives trace these bins not to a recent panic purchase, but to a Home Depot trip Reginald made almost 2 weeks earlier on March 9th. In order to know more about the purchase, officers decide to talk to the Home Depot employee who processed the sale, and what he says next confirms their suspicions.
Oh, I remember the trash cans.
Yes.
And he had a mask on, so I really didn't see much of his face, but I do remember the 2 trash cans. I do remember asking him if he lived in Denver City County, how come they're not providing trash cans for him? And I didn't quite understand his answer, because he was muttering kind of underneath that mask.
The transaction receipt shows that he also bought a handsaw. Did he say what the purpose of the handsaw was?
No, I didn't ask him
Okay.
about the saw. He wasn't impatient, like with me carrying on a conversation, trying to get out
Right.
quickly. He just kind of seemed like a normal old man. Not in a hurry.
A dark secret that Reginald tried so hard to conceal was now out in the open. Reginald meticulously planned the murder of his wife and daughter weeks ago. As the doctor in charge of Reginald's checkup attempts to make a casual conversation with him, the facade of grieving old man evaporates into thin air, and he drops a bombshell that is as heartbreaking as it is infuriating.
Thank you for all this information. I didn't give as much as I can now, but I appreciate that. Can you tell me what happened today? Okay. How you ended up in the hospital? Oh, well, you know I did a mistake, and that's why. I heard that you went home and that you found some of your family there. Is that correct? Oh, okay, I see. Well, you know, Doug, I'm not trying to be a jerk. No, it's okay. I have lived here for 40 years, and I'm 82 years old. And I take care of my family very simply. And family keep pressing me to take an apartment and go there, and I had no rent. And then I had some money. Still, I have $8,000 in my briefcase at home. But that was only for 1 month. And to sign a lease for 15 months. Anyhow, to cut this story short, I didn't want to see my family on the street begging. I don't want to see, no matter what happens. So you killed them? No. Both of them.
Reginald describes his heinous act in chilling detachment. He explains that he had recently lost his job. With no money and eviction looming, he apparently didn't want to see his family on the streets, and hence did the unthinkable.
People on the road, homeless, and that's a miserable situation to get outside. And I also want to die. Chest pain at that time? Chest pain. I don't know what to see the family. I was with them for 36 years. My daughter is 35, so 36 years old. But I don't want to see my children begging bread on the street and get homeless. How my daughter can live even for 1 day if she's a homeless, she is cerebral palsy patient.
Reginald further describes that his wife and daughter were sitting on the couch when he struck both of them with an axe. He kept hitting them till he was certain they were dead. He realized that their bodies would not fit in the trash cans, so he used the saw to remove their arms and legs. Even then, however, the cans became too heavy for him to move on his own. But here is the most tragic twist of all. The desperate homeless situation Reggie feared was a lie he told himself. The investigation reveals the Maclarens had insurance and savings. Their situation was far from being homeless. This case was so uniquely bizarre and heinous that even the detectives with decades of experience were left shaken, forcing the department to prioritize the mental health of its first responders.
During the course of that investigation, it was determined that both victims were killed with an axe, and one of the victims had been dismembered with a saw. You know, some of our detectives have been detectives for 20 years, and they described this as one of the most gruesome crime scenes that they've ever been a part of. Our officers who responded, obviously we're taking their mental health into consideration, and we're getting them all the help and resources that they need.
Reginald pleaded not guilty. His defense counsel argued that Reginald was not in a clear state of mind at the time of the murders. However, the purchase of trash cans 2 weeks before the killings, combined with discarding the IDs of the victims, tells a different story altogether. On June 28, 2024, the jury found Reginald Maclaren guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. On July 10, 2024, he was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole.